Let me change. Oh, wait, are you already live on
Yep.
Twitch?
hmm
Did you change the title before?
I was gonna change it once.
I'll change it right now.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
No. No, I won't because you thanked me. Hardy, hard. There it is.
All right. Ping to everyone. Hello, everyone. We're gonna wait for everyone to get on in, and then we're gonna get going because we have a lot of stream to get to. Um, if you can tell, we're not doing the opening music because we're a little bit behind schedule tonight so far.
Cold
But
open.
cold open. Welcome, one and all. I am your host for tonight's semifinal stream, and I am joined by the wonderful and talented commissioner of the PBE, Hummus God. Hummus, how are you doing today?
I'm neither of those things, but appreciate the lies. Welcome, TD_Sav, first time chatter in chat. Show
Nice.
some love. Welcome. Perfect time to check us out. And that has nothing to do with me.
Always good to have first time chatters in the stream chat.
Yes, sir.
Give everyone a couple, about a minute more to get settled on in. This is going to be a long one. We did the math, calculated it out. Minimum 4 streamed games tonight, maximum 16. So that is if every single one of these series does a reverse sweep. I'm praying it doesn't go to 16, but it is possible.
We should just start simming games. People will file in. I'll update the series tracker as we get through these early games.
Yep, we will absolutely do that. So, switching over to the main stream. Here we have our schedule for today. You can see the series. The series tracker will be in chat. What's the command for that again, Hummus?
!series. Thank you for the sub, Matty Ice. New dad, what up?
Nice. Thank you, Matty Ice. So you can do !series to see the playoff tracker. There's also a crawler at the bottom that I'll be trying to update as we go. I occasionally forget to update it, but I will be trying my best. We have our major series on the schedule already: Providence versus New York, Cancun versus Seattle. The minors games won't be populated yet, but once we advance to the next day, they will be. So we are ready to get on into it. Minor league game yesterday, Bruce City Bears took down the Kingpins in Game 5 of the quarterfinals. So we are now advancing the day to September 23rd. Minors series will not start immediately, but we do have the semifinal series for the Crabs Voyagers and the Cancun Toros versus the Seattle Sea Serpents. I will be checking the playoff sim changes Discord. That one's always a mouthful. The playoff changes Discord. So if you are a GM of one of these teams and you need to make some changes, be sure to put it in your chat. Ping me, ping Hummus, and let us know what you need to be changed. But the first sim games should be all set to go. So we are going to just do a quick preview of the lineups, but we are going to quick play all non-elimination games tonight. So taking a very quick look at the starting lineups for the Providence Crabs and the New York Voyagers. These are the lineups that we're going to be seeing throughout the series. I'm going to go ahead and disable the Baseball News Network so that for the future we will have that off. Shouldn't matter for right now since we're just previewing the lineups. Excuse me. But yeah, these are the head-to-head matchups. for the Crabs and the Voyagers series. This division rivalry makes its way to the big stage as the New York Voyagers will play host in the 7-game series that will send the winner to the Season 32 World Series. Despite the division going to the Voyagers, the Crabs won this season series 7-5, winning the first 3 series before New York battled back to take the final series in Providence. So this will be game number 1 for the Voyagers and Crabs. And looking at the Cancun Toros and Seattle Sea Serpents, these are your matchups for these two teams. Looks like a fairly even split, 5 Toros, 4 Sea Serpents, and a tie at the pitching position.
LBG saying that the number 1 starter should be Dirk, but he could be reading the lineup card wrong. Gonna pull it up.
That's a good question. Looks like the only Toros change in the simming channel was the bullpen.
Yeah, the only red I see on their post is the bullpen as well. So. No, we are on the day of. C does. Yeah, the only change they made was the bullpen. So we're just rolling.
All right. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's the only red I see.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm seeing too.
Cool. So we're good.
No, next star was. Yeah, so it's rotation. So it would be a rotation.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I don't
We're
think
moving.
we don't really reset to number 1 stars typically, do we?
No, we don't reset anything. It's the playoffs, baby.
It just keeps going. All right, so we are going to quick play these first couple of games because they are not elimination games. We will take a look at the box scores as we go, but we got plenty of games to get to, so we are going to roll right on into it.
Yep. You announce the score. I'll put it right in the tracker.
All right, Providence Crabs versus the New York Voyagers. First game of the semifinals is going to go to the Providence Crabs. Looks like Dasani Voss is going to get the win in a 7-4 victory. Providence having a 5-run 6th inning, and that will help them out to this 7-4 win. 2 RBIs for Encarnacion on the side of the Voyagers, 3 hits for Love, 2 RBIs for Johnson. Dasani Voss will get the win. Abadir takes the loss for New York. Ronlin and Nola get holds. Sportsboy 57 the save, and Giannis Krustis will be your player of the game. Didn't mention Krustis. Where is he at? There he is. 2 for 4 with an RBI, a run, and a walk. So congratulations to the Providence Crabs for winning game number 1. These are all best of 7s, by the way.
Yep,
so,
I'll take the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got stats probably.
All right. You ready for this one, Hummus?
Yeah. Did we do stats for this one?
We did a head-to-head look. I didn't get stats.
Real quick, this matchup is a division rival matchup against each other. Third and fourth place seeded Toros will fight the uphill battle against the. Oh wait, this is from the other day. Just kidding. All right, we're good. Let's get it. Let's get game 1.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So Dirk's mentioning us in the Toros Discord, but the number 1 pitcher on the pitching rotation, like, it's not reset back to the number 1 because it's not. We don't reset fatigue in between
playoff series, right?
Playoff series. So, like, if we were to start Diglett right now, it would be. He'd probably he's exhausted. So it just goes on to the next pitcher.
Right.
Because Diglett had. It makes sense. Okay. Dirk says it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's get it.
All right. You ready for this?
Yeah, game 1. Toros Serpents, best of 7. Here we go. Remember, we're only showing elimination games, and the winners are The Sea Serpents, they win 5-2, 9-4 on hits. Looks like they ran away with it in the 4th and 5th innings, scoring 4 runs combined. 2 RBI for Kripakosov was the difference, it seems. Hitting-wise, Toros definitely struggled, only 4 hits total. We'll go to the pitching real quick. Pitching-wise, Homie with the win. Knight Rider takes the loss. Homie went 7 1/3, 2 earned, and is also your player of the game. So I'm going to update the tracker. Serpents take game 1.
Congratulations.
And that finishes the first day. We did it.
So Seattle and Providence taking the first games of these 2 series over the Voyagers and the Toros. Remember, these are best of 7. So if your team lost game 1, don't worry. You got 6 games, and you got to win 4 of them. So there's still got a chance here. It's not quite backs against the wall just yet.
So we could probably take the minor game 1s while folks from the majors are giving their changes in the server?
Yes, I just want to make sure and check that these were accurate, and they do look to be that way. So, all right, back to scores. Finishing off today and saving the game. So while the majors teams are analyzing, we will go ahead and switch to the minors to play their first games. We have the Brew City Bears, who just came off a 5-game set against the Chicago Kingpins, taking on the California Firehawks, who I believe are the number 1 seed in the minors, if I'm not mistaken. And as you can clearly see,
they got a bye.
Yeah, they did have a bye, so they were they didn't need to play anyone coming in. They did have the first number 1 seed in all the minor leagues, 630 winning percentage on the season, while the Bears were 10 games back from them. So a little bit of a distance between these two, but we'll see if the Bears can pull off an upset here, if the California Firehawks live up to that number 1 seed potential. We are going to quick sim this one, as it is not an elimination game, but we did want to preview the starting lineups first.
60 viewers, what's up, y'all? Hope y'all having a good evening.
Ayo. And then we have the Kansas City Hepcats versus the Anchorage Wheelers. Wheelers were the 2nd overall seed in the minor leagues, getting a bye to the semifinals, while the Kansas City Hepcats had to make their way through the was it the Louisville Lemurs, if I'm not mistaken? I believe it was.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at something for work. I got tagged in
the Louisville Lemurs. So yeah, they did make their way to the semifinals after a 3-1 series win. And it looks like this one is actually, despite the other one being fairly skewed for the Firehawks, this one seems to be fairly even split down the middle. 5 Hepcats, 5 Wheelers. So the Wheelers have the advantage at that all-important first third of the lineup. They're going to be getting most of those at bats. So we'll see what comes to pass between these two teams, Anchorage and Kansas City. But I think we don't have we have some major changes, but we will get to those in a moment. Minors semifinals game number 1 between the Brew City Bears and the California Firehawks will end in a win for the California Firehawks, 9-2, out-hitting the Bears 13-8. Quite a decisive victory for California, scoring 3 in the 2nd and 4 in the 5th. 3 RBI day for James Lutz, 2 RBIs each for Marco Morgan and Apollo. On the side of Brew City, 2 for 3 day for Vicarian and 3-hit day for Ortiz III. Catcher takes the loss. Dirk gets the win with a quality start. Slothnation gets the save. 3 shutout innings in relief for Jose Nacio Slothnation. And James Lutz will be your player of the game. So I'll do it for the first game of the it's not really a Western Eastern semifinals for this one, since they're all Western Division teams, but for the first semifinals match between the Bears and the Firehawks are going to come away with a victory.
Yeah, let's get into game 1. Wheelers Hepcats. Pliskin Lila is the matchup. The pitching side of things. And here we go. The Hepcats pull off the upset on the road, 5-0, blanking the Wheelers. We'll check out pitching stats in a bit. Looks like Pliskin had an amazing game. Future supernova, not to do a shameless plug. 2 RBI, though, for Gage for the Hepcats, helping out that offense. Only 2 hits for the Wheelers total. But Pliskin, look at that. 8 innings, 0 earned, blanking the Wheelers. Leela with the loss. Harm picking up an inning there just to help out at the end. And Jake Pliskin is the most obvious player of the game as it can ever get. The Hepcats take a 1-0 lead on the road. Big upset.
And there you go. Those are game one. Those are the 2 game ones of the minor league semifinals. I'm gonna go ahead and update that real quick. Kansas City, update the crawler. All right. So we are going to save and then head over to the majors. We do have some changes to make prior to game 2. It looks like. So we'll start with the Sea Serpents. That's just who I have up on my screen at the moment. They wanted to make the next starter Perry Hodder. So C does it. Did you want? It's looking like. Okay, so starting pitcher. So wait, I'm assuming you want to start Danny Sullivan, but then just have Perry Hodder as the next starting pitcher. I'll assume that that's what you're going for, because you have Booze Gooser in the bullpen. So I'll put Perry Hodder in for starting pitcher 2, Booze Gooser at stopper, 7th and close game, high leverage. And he said I am correct. Okay, so this, and then a Duke Singh. None specified, normal, NA. So this is what I'm guessing that you want. Stopper, 7th and close game, high leverage for Booze Gooser. A Duke Singh at none specified, normal. And then Perry Hodder is slated to get not the game 2 start, but the game 3 start. Danny Sullivan is up next. So I'll go ahead and save real quick. Toros wanted to make a couple changes here. Game 2 changes. Looks like mostly pitching. Brother Lemonade. Middle relief used more often and high leverage. So
I got a poll going in chat while we do lineups. Just trying to keep the vibes immaculate. Better ice cream flavor, cookies and cream or chocolate. Looks like.
Oh, there's an easy answer to that.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to pick a competitor to cookies and cream. I had to think of a fair and balanced matchup. There really isn't one when cookies and cream is in the mix. So
fair enough. Dirk, just make sure this looks good here. We have Molly Mitchell, middle relief used less often, and none. Brother Lemonade, we changed the secondary role to high leverage. Thumbs up.
C does. I was thinking about putting cookie dough, but not everyone's weird like me and likes cookie dough flavor.
Set Lucky and Zeno to MR, use more often. Okay, we can do that. Middle relief, use more often. And middle relief, use more often.
Damn, I guess we got a lot of weird folks in chat. They like cookie dough, apparently.
Leifer, if you could double check this, make sure it looks good for us, that would be excellent. People are saying cookie dough over both of these?
No, over chocolate, I think.
Okay.
I think cookies and cream is the champion for sure.
Sports Boy Stamina. Yeah, we can check that real quick for you. 25% exhausted for starting pitcher, but 98% rested for relief pitcher, so he's looking good. Let us know if you have any more changes. I'm going to move to the Voyagers for now. I'll come back to the Crabs just in case. Quick stamina check on bullpen. Evil Dictator is at 62%, slightly tired. Deleted Index is at 38% tired. Samson Price is at 96% rested. Tig Sullivan is at 78% rested for a relief pitcher, and Kanye North is at 100% rested. Change Tig's position to RP. It shows SP stamina on the main page, so it's deceiving. Reliever, right? Oh, SP. Is that correct, Enoch? Oh, we got some changes. Okay. And then Crabs, did you have any more changes you wanted to make? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Middle relief used more often. Stopper for Samson. Price is already the same. Evil Dictator, we're changing to the same thing. Mineral Leaf, used more often. And Stopper. Tico Sullivan is Mineral Leaf normal. That's already good. Deleted Index. Change to used less often. And then Kanye North, none specified, avoid higher levers. So this looks correct, but double check me here. Mineral Leaf, normal usage. They're all middle relief except for Kanye North, who's non-specified. Used more often for Price and Dictator. Price and Dictator. Normal usage for O'Sullivan, less often for Didendex, and then Stopper for Dictator and Price. That's exactly what you have. So just double check, make sure everything's good. Crabs, last chance. Leafer. Matt Bake, somebody. I know they had to. Let's see. I do see the Firehawks ping. Don't you worry, we will get to that shortly. What did Brain send me? Brain sent me a picture of ice cream that says queso queso, which is cheese in Spanish. Is that a cheese-flavored ice cream, Brain? Why do you have that? More importantly, why do you have multiple tubs of that? I'm assuming that's maybe in a grocery store or something? I'm assuming. I'm hoping. Voyagers say thank you, they're good. Crabs have yet to say anything, so we are going to go back to the scores. And we will go ahead and start with the Toro Sea Serpents, just in case the Crabs have any last-minute changes. Stop calling me spam caller. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Everyone ready? Cancun Toros versus Seattle Sea Serpents. Game number 2 of the Champions Conference Finals. Are you ready for this, Hummus?
Yeah, let's do it. New poll. But yeah, let's get it. Game 2.
You want to do this one, or should I?
You take the first one. I take the second one.
All right, sounds good. So the winner of game number 2 of the Champions Conference Finals is the Cancun Toros. 9-8 victory for Cancun, tying up the series at 1 game apiece. 9-8 is the final. Very close game. Seattle actually out-hit them 15-11. It says in center field contest, so I'm guessing the center fielders did really well today.
Oh, no, it's
or is it
conference finals.
Oh, conference final. Okay. I'm off of work tomorrow. I've already got the Friday brain. It's okay. 4 for 5 day for Anita Fartinghouse, the 2 RBIs. Krapokrasov 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Slaseco 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Big hitters for Seattle. Big hitters for Cancun as well, with 2 RBIs coming from Holkenvettel and Myth, and 3 coming from Witt. Pressing gets the win in relief after Benson gets the no decision. Gooser gets the loss in relief after Sullivan gets the no decision. Neither starter had a really good outing. Both of them looking a little bit shaky out there on the starts. Krzysztof Krapokrasov, is going to be your player of the game with that 4 for 4 stat line. So congratulations to the Cancun Toros. You have taken game number 2 and tied this series up at 1 apiece. We have not heard anything back from the Crabs, so we are just moving right along. Okay, Jay Steele just saying Dirk's the backup. All right, cool. All right, you ready for game number 2 of the Crabs Voyagers series, Hummus?
Let's do it. Game 2 of the Voyagers Crabs series. And the Voyagers take one, tie the series up 1-1. This was a topsy-turvy affair. Look at this graph. Every time I look at does things. The Voyagers really came into their own in the bottom of the 8th and took that 2-run lead. It was Jackie Daytona run-scoring double was the difference off of Sportsboy 57. 3 RBI for Jackie, 2 for Deep Harm on the other side, 3 for 43 Senior, the youngster. We'll check out the pitching. A lot of pitchers used by the Voyagers, but Dictator with the win, North with the save. Sports Boy takes the loss, but Jackie Daytona of the Voyagers is your player of the game.
All right, both series tied at 1, which means
that's good for us.
Yeah, which means we'll be quick simming a little bit more. We'll be quick simming game 4 for both of these, I think. Yeah. That's a guarantee, is we'll be quick simming game 4. So the amount of games maximum that we might be streaming has gone down.
Yep. So the dream of the 16-game stream is dead.
Yes. No 16-game stream tonight. And then this was game 1 of the minors that we went over. So I almost had a heart attack when I switched over to minors and saw that the games were simmed. But no, we already simmed those. So we are going to
save. Here we go with Big Titty Smitty claiming the NHL is rigged by Americans. Come on, bro.
Nice.
Get good.
I want to see a media piece on my desk by Tuesday about that. All right, no majors games. It's a travel day for the majors teams. Minors, however, we do have game number 2 for both of these series. Firehawks do have some changes, so we are going to take a quick look at those. Firehawks say bullpen going in. Well, it's bullpen going in, so I'm assuming that's what they had initially. Stopper 7th and close, high leverage, power relief, normal usage. Set up is normal usage. Everything, yeah. So everything looks to be what Dirk mentioned. Okay, so game 2 changes is Slothnasian goes from long relief normal to long relief avoid high leverage. Okay, so that should be the only change there, right, Dirk? I'll go ahead and save that. pings me again. Thanks, Dirk. All right. Bears wanted a stamina check on Billy Hargrove. Billy Hargrove is at 58%, slightly tired. He's not scheduled to make the game 2 start. He's scheduled to make the game 3 start for you guys. Dirk gave the thumbs up, so Firehawks are good. Hepcats, Wheelers, any changes? Bears, any changes? Can we get been paid to use more? Yes. Mineral Leaf, use more often. And Moffat to normal. Mineral Leaf, normal usage. So just those 2 changes, right? And just right here, Mineral Leaf, use more often for been paid. Moffat, Mineral Leaf, normal usage. If I could get a verification, Plague, that'd be excellent. I know you're on a delay though, so I understand. I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just. Can we also see Kit's player strat? Yes. Assuming that I go into strategy and not like the actual player card. There is Kit's player strat, currently set to adjust to team strategy settings, 0 for pretty much everything. No worries. Thank you, Plague. Alright, so I think that should be, let's see, so Bears and Firehawks both gave us the go-ahead. Haven't heard anything from the Hepcats Wheelers yet. Don't see them typing. Oh, Kirk is typing for the Wheelers, so we'll do the Bears Firehawks game first. Oh, okay, they're saying let it ride. All right. Well, we'll give the Hepcats a couple, like a minute more, and we'll do the Bears Firehawks first. So, game 2 of the semifinals between the Brew City Bears and the California Firehawks. The winner of game 2 is the California Firehawks, living up to that number 1 seed reputation, 7-3. Brew City did not score until the top of the 9th, where they scored all 3 of their runs. So that is going to be victory number 2 in this series. We have our first 2-0 lead in a series out of these 4. And it belongs to California. 4 for 5 day for La Prince Fry, 2 RBIs each for Morgan and Apollo. Apollo going 3 for 4. On the side of Brew City, 2 hits each for Stogowski and Cochin, as well as Granholm. Mace Windu takes the loss for Bruce City, while Jethro Tull will get the win for California, going 8 shutout innings. Excellent pitching on the mound from the young starting pitcher, and he will get the player of the game for that effort. Having a 0.00 ERA in the playoffs so far. I'm guessing that's for playoffs, right? That's not for...
Yeah.
Wow, so he is not allowed to run yet. That is excellent pitching by Jethro Tull so far. All right, so we'll go ahead and save there.
And I'll take game dos. Hepcats Wheelers. Wheelers already lost home field advantage by losing game 1. They could try to split home and then go try to do something on the road, but here we go. Wheelers Hepcats game dos, game 2. And the Wheelers do split it. So they get the win 3-1, 9-4 on hits. Very, very much a pitcher's duel. 2 RBI, though, with no hits. Look at that. For Kim, probably a couple sack flies. Because also had no walks. 2 hits for TGP. Dragon with the win. Bouchard with the loss. Hackenbush with the save. And Flame Dragon dragged his team behind him and got the win 6 2/3 and 1 earned. Also your player of the game.
Alrighty, so we have our game 2s all played for the minors. As we mentioned, it is a travel day for the majors. So we'll go ahead and save and advance the day, and then save again, just to be safe. Just to be safe. Minors will get a travel day today. Majors will not. They are adjusting, and Providence Crabs, I know, have special lineups that they need to be utilizing here because they switched locations now. So the right-handed pitchers, they wanted the away right-handed pitcher lineup, left-handed pitcher, they wanted the left-handed pitcher away lineup. So this should be their away lineups. Or wait, no, they want home lineups because they were on away lineups already, right? So home versus lefty, and then home versus righty. Yep. All right, because they're home now. Got it. Enoch throwing in these custom lineups things on me last minute. For shame. All right, Toros have some changes. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the Toros. Toros say Troy Pressing, stopper, 8th and close. 8th and close. None. Luke Wright, middle relief, normal usage, high leverage. Molly Mitchell, middle relief, use less often, setup. Dirk, if you can verify those for me, that those are the changes that you want made. I'm going to go ahead and save. And we'll go ahead and switch over to the Serpents, as they have also so kindly pinged us with Game 3. It's a full bullpen change. Alright. Aaron Beckett to none, normal, and A. Jormungandr Ragnarok to none, normal, and A. Booze Gooser to middle relief, use less often, and A. Athena Aria, middle relief, use more often, long relief. Aduk Singh, stopper. 7th and close game, high leverage. Okay. So that should be what you're wanting here. C does it. Just verify real quick. And then I see the Perry Hodder change as well. I'm just going to save the bullpen changes first, and then I'll switch over to player strategy for Perry Hodder. You wanted override player hook at starter to be +5. So slow, +5. Override, file save. See, does it says thanks? Excellent. I will take that as verification. Dirk verified for the Toros. They're good. Crabs want a stamina check. Absolutely. Anyone in particular or just everybody? Let's start off with the starting rotation. Bark Murley is 100% rested. He's your scheduled starter. Dasani Voss is at 60%, slightly tired. Michael Dion is at 28%, exhausted. Then for the bullpen, James Ronlin, 87% rested. Nolan Nola, also 87% rested. Xenophon Economides, 100% rested. Sportsboy57 is slightly tired at 56%. Lucky Ocharo is 91% rested, and Abraham Lingcrab is 100% rested. Sportsboy to none specified, avoid high leverage. Can do. And I'm guessing secondary role is blank because you didn't specify that. Anything else, Leifer, or are you good? Xeno to stopper. Well, that's gonna... Unless you wanted that as secondary. Because stopper has options for usage. I'm assuming you wanted middle relief with... middle relief used more often with stopper as a secondary? Oh no, you want... Okay, so you know you wanted stopper, eighth and close, and then none specified. Just verify that with me real quick. Stopper, eighth and close, no secondary. While he's typing, we're going to check on the Voyagers real quick. Swap Riverboat and Swerve. Is that in just the left-handed pitcher? Or, sorry, is that just in the right-handed pitcher or the left-handed pitcher or both, Enoch? Both left and right. Okay. Will do. Kirk and Linus swapped on the right-handed. Kirk and Linus swapped on the left-handed. Pitching, stamina check on bullpen. Samson Price, 91% rested. Evil Dictator, 51% slightly tired. Big Rig is 61% slightly tired. Deleted Index is 80% rested. And Kanye North is 93% rested. I'll go ahead and save that. Make sure if I can get verification or any more changes from you, Enoch, that'd be great. Leifer had one more change. Ronlin set to normal use. Mineral leaf, normal usage. Is that good, Leifer, or do you have anything else you wanted to change? And Enoch, are you good as well, or did you have any more changes you want to make? Nope, Enoch has changes. Okay, Crabs say all good. Voyagers have changes. There we go. Voyagers. You wanted Samson Price at middle relief. Okay, Samson Price is already there. Evil Dictator to middle relief used less often and no secondary. Middle relief normal usage for Dedendex and Big Rig, and then none specified avoid high leverage for Kanye North. Alright, this looks to be exactly what you were asking for. Anything else, Enoch? He says thank you, so I'm assuming that's good. Alright, we are ready for game number 3. We are going to quick sim these as well. They are not elimination games. So I will go ahead and take the first one, and you'll take the second one, Hummus?
Let's do it.
All right. New York Voyagers versus Providence Crabs. Series tied at 1. Going into game number 3. The winner of game number 3 of the Legends Conference Finals is the Providence Crabs. 5-1 victory over New York. Spreading out the runs fairly evenly throughout the game, actually. Only one inning for both sides with more than one run, which is the bottom of the 8th for the Crabs. 3 RBI day for Dustin Johnson, the catcher, though, from Providence. On the side of New York, the sole RBI coming from Johnny Tsunami on a solo shot in the 5th inning. How many hits did New York have? Just 4. Wow. Bark Murley will get the win. 7 innings, giving up only 1 earned run on 3 hits and a walk. Economides gets the save, 2 shutout innings in relief. Eric Bolanos takes the loss for New York, going 4.2 innings. And Bark Murley will be your player of the game with that solid quality start for the Providence Crabs. So congratulations to Providence. You take a 2-1 lead in the Legends Conference Finals. Go ahead and save that. Now we have the Seattle Sea Serpents versus the Cancun Toros. You ready, Hummus?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty.
The Serpents win, take a 2-1 lead in the series. They do this on the road, and looks like they were in control pretty much most of the game, according to the graph. It looks like the Toros tried to come back in the 9th, just fell short. Hickams drew some walks at the end, but couldn't get that tying run across. 2 hits for Matata, 3 hits for O'Sullivan, 2 RBI for Saucedo. Overall, looks like pitchers did well. Diglett takes the loss. Area with the win. Sink with the save. Player of the game is Dirk Diglett. In a losing effort, went 6 innings, 4 earned runs. Just it kind of sums up this game. Just a weird, wacky game where it was pretty even at the end. Diglett, player of the game. The winners, though, are the Sea Serpents. They are up 2-1.
So congratulations to Seattle and Providence. Both teams taking a 2-1 lead in their respective conference finals. And as I mentioned, it is a travel day for the minors, so we'll go ahead and save, advance the day, and then save again. And now we do have Game 4 for the majors, but we will start in the minors so that the majors teams have time to register the events of the previous day and make changes if needed. But we do have minors games. I'm only seeing things from the Bears and the Firehawks right now. So Hepcats, Wheelers, if you have changes, make sure to get them in. Let's see. Bears we'll start with. Hargrove player strat. Yes, we can show that. Billy Hargrove is set to adjust to team strategy settings plus minus 0 for pretty much everything. Set to override with a +2 hook as starter. Yes. 1, 2. 2 notches on the slider. Override team strategy settings for Billy Hargrove. Save that. And then bullpen stamina. We can do that as well. Oh gosh, you want me to go through all of these, Plague? Alright, I'll go through. Danny Young, 100% rested. Skippy Jensen, 100% rested. Fuhain Bin Paid, 86% rested. Al Seldred, 53% slightly tired. Alvaro Chapman, 100%. Yogi Budweiser, 100%. Ryan Moffat, 64%. Smokey Schlitz, 100%. Winnie the Pabst, 100%. And Gerard Slams, 78%. Let us know if you got any changes to there. I see you're typing. Alright, let's do both of the use less guys to none specified, avoid high leverage. Okay, so these two, Smokey and Winnie. The 2 use less guys are going to none specified, avoid high leverage. We can do that. Unspecified, avoid high leverage for both. Moffat to normal usage. He's already at normal usage. Chapman to use more. Chapman is at used more now. Moffitt was already at normal usage. Go ahead and save. Oh, sorry, been paid to normal. Okay. He did say Moffitt first. I see that. I see that in the chat. Don't you edit it. All right. Let me know if you have any. Let me know if you have any more changes. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to the Firehawks real quick. But if you have anything else, okay, that's it. Cool. Firehawks, Game 3 changes. Jose Nacio, Sloth Nation, long relief, normal, none. That is the only change that Dirk has pinged me about, so I will save the game. Dirk, let me know if that's good or if you have any more changes. Bears say good. We appreciate you too. Thank you for letting us know the changes. Hepcats, Wheelers, anything? They said let it ride for Game 2, but I don't know if Game 3 they're going to say the same thing. Who knows? It's a tie series, so maybe they do want to just let it ride. Dirk, you good? Looks like that's the only change that Dirk wanted to make, so I think we're just going to move on then. So we will go ahead to... Wait, that didn't change anything, did it? Okay, no. Alright, back to the scoreboard. We do have both these games are being quick simmed. Neither are elimination games. These are best of 5, so the Bears won't be eliminated even if they lose. Though if they do lose, they will need to reverse sweep in order to win this series. So backs are starting to be against the wall for the Bruce City Bears. They're going to need to get a win here. Wheelers did say something. Keep it going. All right. We will keep it going, and we will keep it going with the California Firehawks versus the Bruce City Bears. Game number 3, will California take a 3-0 lead, or will Bruce City strike here in game number 3? Game 3 of the semifinals between the Firehawks and the Bears. The winner is the California Firehawks, who in extra innings get a run-scoring double in the top of the 11th to take a 3-0 series lead over the Bruce City Bears. 6-run 6th inning for the Firehawks, 4-run 1st and 8th for the Bears. So runs came in quickly, and they came in all in a few innings. 3 RBIs for Fuse, 2 for Cochin on the side of the Bears. On the side of the Firehawks, 5 for 7 Day with 2 RBIs for Lutz. And 2 RBIs each for Slumps, Marco, and Leahy. Marco had 4 hits. West will get the win in the blown save out of the bullpen. Matthew West. Danny Young takes the loss out of the bullpen for Bruce City. And James Lutz will be your player of the game. He ties the minor league playoff game record for hits with 5 and ties the minor league playoff game record for doubles with 3. So Lutz had 3 doubles and a home run. Wow, what a day for James Lutz. 3 doubles, a home run, and a single. You couldn't have stretched out one of those 3 to a triple for the cycle. I kid, but still, that's a great day at the plate for James Lutz. Hummus, you ready for game number 3 of the Wheelers Hepcats series?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
And the Wheelers win 3-1. Let me update. Actually, I'll update after this game, the other series in the minors. 1 RBI for Kind and Schneider, 2 hits for Lane, 1 RBI for Long Pipe. We'll check out the pitching, though. Wheelers take the 2-1 lead, so they regained home field advantage. Joey with the win, Bear with the loss. Joey went 7 innings, 1 earned, and got the win and player of the game.
All right, so that is game number 3 for both the minor league semifinals. Minor league teams, if you have changes for game 4, get those in now while we're taking care of majors business, because we'll be right back in the minors before you know it. Shifting to the majors, though, we do have a couple of changes prior to game number 4. At least from the Serpents. Crabs and Voyagers, I see, also made mention. We'll switch over to the Sea Serpents real quick. I almost said Seahawks, which is weird because I don't follow football at all. So, Sea Serpents, excuse me. Make sure Perry starts today. Perry was not set to start. I wonder why they skipped him. Perry is now set to start. Was supposed to be last game, and I'm not really sure. No! Do we have an Ohei Shotani incident? Who started? Did they start Danny? No, really? We have another Ohei Shotani. They started straight gas homie, and they were going to start him again. Why? That is bizarre. I don't know what's going on with that. That's happened twice now. Once for the Dillos, and now once for the Sea Serpents. Weird. Alright, well, Athena Aria is non-normal NA. Duke Singh, middle relief. Normal usage, or sorry, useless often. NA. Middle relief used less often. NA. Athena Aria non-normal. NA. Aaron Beckett, middle relief used more often. Middle relief used more often. Long relief. Jormungandr Ragnarok. Stopper 7th in close game. Stopper 7th in close game. High leverage. Save. See, does it? These look right for you? Good to go. Excellent. Alright, switching over to the Providence Crabs. Stamina check. Xenophon is at 67%, Nolan Nola at 96%, Lucky Ocharo 96%, Ronlin at 93%, Link Crab is at 100%, Sportsboy 57 is at 58%. Darn, 1% away from matching the other numbers. Bark Murley is at 0% exhausted, Dasani Voster scheduled starters at 100%, Michael Dion 60%. Let us know if you have any changes. We're going to swap to the Voyagers. Before Game 4, they want Pax Avadir. Starter hook to +4. So that's +5. 1 to the left. +4. And quick stamina check. You say quick, but saves the price. 96%. Deleted index 51%. Tig O'Sullivan 52. Evil Dictator 82. Kanye North 98%. Starters, Pax Abadir, 100%, your scheduled starter. Toasty, 60%. Molinos, 0%. Let us know if you have changes, Enoch. Alright, Leaf are saying there will be changes. Excellent. Please let us know that ASAP. Okay, Voyagers have some changes. Samson Price to Stopper. 7th in close game. Middle relief. Evil Dictator, middle relief used more often. Tig O'Sullivan, middle relief used less often. Deleted index, middle relief used less often. And Kanye North, no changes. So this should be what you're looking for, right, Enoch? Saving game. Let me know if I have anything incorrect. Serpent said they were good to go. Tauros have not mentioned anything for game 4. Dirk, you around? J-Steel, you around? Bauer, maybe? Actually, all 3 are showing us offline on Discord. Of the 4 offline people that can view the Tauros channel, they are 3 of the 4. LBG's in there, though. He maybe could let us know if there's any changes they want to make. Oh, Dirk's here. Okay. Any changes for Game 4, Dirk, or are you good? All right, they say let it ride. So Toros and Serpents are good. Voyagers are good. We're just waiting for the Crabs, who have made some changes. They say Xeno to Middle Leaf use less often. Use less often, and then Nola to Stopper and 8th. I'm assuming you want 8th and close game, but let me know if you want it to be 8th or later in lead. Because there's 2 8s for usage options. Any other changes there, Leafer? Alright, in the meantime, I'll go ahead and save, and we'll go ahead and quick sim the other game while we're waiting on the Crabs. Seattle Sea Serpents versus the Cancun Toros. I'll go ahead and quick sim this one. These are both not elimination games. Both series are 2-1 in a best of 7. So these are both going to be quick simmed. We're not going to sim your game, Leafer. I'm simming the other game, so you have time to. Need time to get your ducks in a row. He's typing. All right, we'll switch back over then. Sports Boy to Middle Leaf. Normal, avoid high leverage. We can't do normal and avoid high leverage. It's got to be one or the other. Unless you're wanting him to be high leverage. In which case we can do normal usage high leverage. But it's got to be either normal or avoid high leverage. Alright. We're going to... just normal. Okay. Alright. Seattle Sea Serpents versus the Cancun Toros. We'll go ahead and quick play this one. Seattle leads the series 2-1. Are they going to take a 3-1 lead, or are the Cancun Toros going to tie it up? We will see right here. Game number 4 of the Seattle Sea Serpents and Cancun Toros Champions Conference Finals. The winner is the Cancun Toros. Series has been tied at 2. 5-1 is the final. Cancun Toros get the win 5-1 here. 2 RBIs from Acuna Matata, the DH, out of the 9-hole. And Jose Slothseco with a solo shot in the second inning will be the only run scored for Seattle. Perry Hodder takes the loss. Michael Knightrider with a fantastic game. 8.2 innings, giving up only 1 run on 4 hits and a walk, striking out 5. He will be your player of the game, of course, and did it all in 111 pitches. Well done, LBG, Michael Knightrider, your player of the game and your winning pitcher. Ready for game number 4 of the Voyagers Crabs series, Hummus?
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
And the Crabs win 6-4 at home here. On the cusp, the Crabs are now. 3 hits for Parm, 2 RBI for Lemon. Again, a 0-hit, 2 RBI game from somebody. Always interesting. 3 hits for a couple folks from New York, but wasn't enough. It was Riverboat and Rodriguez. Blown save by El Charo, but Nola picks up the win. Price with the loss. Deep harm. On the losing side is player of the game.
All right. So Providence leads 3-1, which means we will be watching game number 5 of that series when we get around to it. We do have some minors games. That we already simmed. I'm trolling. Saving the game and advancing the day. Here we go. Moving on to the next day of the semifinals. We have Majors game number 5, and we have Minors game number 4. We do have changes from Firehawks, Bears, and Cats. Wheelers, if you got any changes, make sure you get those in now. Let's see, Firehawks want to make changes for game number 4. Pettit to stopper, 8th and close, high leverage. Matthew West to middle leaf, used less often, and none. I'm going out of order, but that's fine. Tahini Lord to middle relief, use more often and set up. And then Girk Biglet to middle relief, use less often. Oops. Use less often and none. Verification Dirk, if you don't mind. I'll go ahead and save the game so you can see them shift around a little bit there. Bears have some changes as well. Go ahead and switch over to them. Kit Catcher, we want strategy. Kit Catcher, override team strat plus a 0 hook. Well, they're already at plus 0 hook. I'm confused. Or is the team strategy different, maybe? So they want it to... Oh, yeah, so they want... Okay, I see. Kick catcher... So you just want this to change to override, basically. Because now it's at plus 0. And then some bullpen changes for the stamina. Don't have to click on anyone, you just want to see the stamina. Okay. Yellow and red for the stamina. I'm just going to go back to the strategy for kick catcher and double check to make sure that it sticks. Yep, override. Okay. So there's your pitching changes. Anchorage start a RP game 2? Huh? What happened there? Am confused. Paz, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Moose Cop. Are they actually a starting pitcher or just showing as a relief pitcher in the sim? Because they started 27 games this year. All right, Bears have changes. Okay, Skippy to stopper. 7th and close. Moffat to set up. Sixth or later. And then Young to mid relief. Normal. Do you want me to get rid of the secondary role as well, Danny? I'm going to assume you do since you don't have it listed, so I'll remove it. Let me know if you want me to add it back there. No high leverage. Okay, cool. You've been paid high leverage. Okay, mineral leaf normal usage high leverage. Enoch, if you're in the chat, could you let me know what, if anything, needs to be done about that situation? Now fire you into the sun. I don't think I have the power to fire you into the sun there, Plague, but there we go. I'll go ahead and save the game. Okay. So Firehawks are good, Bears are good. Don't know what to do about the Wheelers Hepcat situation. Enoch, if you're in the chat, if you could like ping me in a channel or something in the playoff thing and let me know what's going on. But in the meantime, we do have a minor league game to watch, so we'll go ahead and do that while we're waiting for any response from Enoch. But California Firehawks versus the Brew City Bears. We will quick send this Wheelers Hepcats game after the Firehawks Bears game. But in the meantime, we do have the Firehawks and Bears. It's HO's call. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Do we have a Miners HO rep present in the sim chat, or are we in contact with one? Because I'm going to need to know what to do after this game. All right.
What do you mean?
If anything, because apparently there's a relief pitcher in the starting rotation or something. So
Wait, what?
apparently there's a relief pitcher in the starting rotation for
That somebody requested? Oh, Enoch said he pinged you in the playoff server about something?
Yeah.
Or you already took care of that?
Well, he pinged. Okay, he DM'd Tacos. Okay, so they're talking about it. We'll let them chat about it. Firehawks Bears is what we are focused on right now. Prediction is live. Runs scored 10.5. You got 4.5 minutes to get your votes in. Total runs scored over under 10.5. So looking at these two teams here, Hummus, is there any individual players that stand out to you here in this series?
Cody's a great player. Period. He's one of my favorites just to watch. Has had a great minors career. Mrs. Dirk's a great pitcher. She gets help from someone who I have a friendly rivalry with, a good friend of mine. But a great player as well. So I'd say, those are the two players I'm watching in this game.
Future Vandal there, Mrs. Dirk as well. In her final season as in minors eligibility. So spoiler alert, she will be called up to the Vandals next year. I think that's a pretty obvious given since minors eligibility is up. And she recently signed a extension, which I know the GMs in Vancouver were very happy about. But yeah, we got two very competitive teams here. Firehawks already taking a 3-0 lead, defending that number 1 overall seed title. Bears really need a win here. They need to reverse sweep in order to make it to the World Series. Otherwise, California will be advancing. So we shall see which one, unless she retires, Savannah, right? I hope not. Both capped starting pitchers, courtesy of Casey Colby. Thank you for letting us know. So these are two starting pitchers that have already hit that minor league cap of 350 TPE. They're as good as they're going to get in the minors. So it'll be interesting to see which of them comes out on top here. Let's see. Bears, as I mentioned previously, were the 5th seed in the postseason, while the California Firehawks were the 1st seed in the postseason and got that first round bye, that coveted free pass into the semifinals. Well, I guess it's not free pass; they had to work for it, and work they did at 68-40 regular season record. Based on home away splits. Bears are playing at home here, and California is playing away. Bears have a better winning percentage at home. California doesn't seem to matter for them. Season 32 regular season, they had a 34-20 record both at home and on the road. So it's about even for California. They don't really have a preference whether they play at home or on the road. They're still going to do their best and apparently win a lot of games. Plague says he didn't hear no bell. That's right. Bell hasn't been rung yet. There's still an opportunity here for the Bears, but they got to kick it into gear here. 3-0 deficit in the series is a tough hill to climb, but I think we are about ready to get on into game, even though the predictions are still running. Runs scored 10.5. Unless we
73 viewers, bring the hype, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Everyone tuning in now that we're actually streaming games. All right.
Add everyone again. First stream game. Add everyone every time we stream a game.
Yeah, no kidding.
Until they leave the server.
Hummus, you want to do your normal thing of I'll take first, second, eighth, nine, and you take the middle, or is that good for you?
No, let's do your method of you get half, I get half. I'll take choosing here stinks because I'm but I'll take the away half just because I want to go first. I'm antsy.
All right, fair enough. That works out for me since I'm a former Bear. So
perfect.
California Bear, or sorry, oh my God. California Firehawks versus the Brew City Bears. We are getting on into game. Hummus is taking us away with kick catcher on the mound versus the Firehawks starting live. Here we go.
Here we go. James Lutz is your first batter. Here we go. I knew it.
Oh.
Danny B mad at me for not picking the Bears, of course. Lutz, though, starts us off with a single. McClobber. Cali Bears. Like, yikes. Oh, what a grab in center. Beautiful play by Cody, one of my players to watch. Funny how that works. And there's a stolen base attempt, and Lutz is in there safely. And there's a base hit for Fry. Will we see our first run of the game? We will. Firehawks jump out in front, 1-0. Looking to advance to the World Series. Using that bye, there's another stolen base. This could get ugly quick. And there it is. Slumps with a base hit. Runner coming home, but this time got denied by Lamb Chop. What a throw, my goodness. Slumps on the move, in there safely. They're spamming the stolen base meta, and there's a ground out to end the top of the first. But the Firehawks lead 1-0.
Striking quick while the iron is hot. Bruce City Bears have an opportunity to strike back here. Stagoski is going to fly out to straightaway center field. Diving catch by James Lutz. Cody Cochin will go down on the strikeout, and now Garris Vicarian, the catcher, hitting .333 in the playoffs with 5 RBIs, and that will be a base hit up the middle. That .333 average is going to rise for Vicarian. And now it's Whiskey Fuse, the second baseman. And that will be another base hit. Back-to-back singles. Vicarian headed for third, and he'll get there easily. Stand-up advancement there. Granholm, grounder to third, over to first, and the Firehawks will get out of the jam. Bears got runners to first and third with 2 outs, but couldn't do anything about it. California gets a chance to extend their lead here in the top of the second.
Drew Leahy will ground out, having a pretty good series so far. Morgan, you may know the user. Schoolboy Shoe will fly out. Apollo with a strikeout, and they go down in order. So the Bears looking to use that momentum here with their offense coming up in the bottom of the second.
And thank you to LBG for subscribing with Prime on a 28-month streak. David Ortiz III will ground out. Barclay Scorch will get a base hit. Bears get another runner on board. We'll see if they can advance this runner to the plate. Jennifer Lambchop, the left fielder, base hit into left field. Line drive. And now we have runners at first and second for Robbie Jackinson. Line drive right to Lutz in center field, and he'll make the grab. Kyle Stagolski, the right fielder. Pop fly into shallow center, moving all the way out into center field will be Curly Slumps, who will put the glove on the ball for out number 3. So the Bears are threatening here a little bit, but they can't seem to score any runs so far. Top of the third.
Fry strikes out looking. Nice slider by Kit Catcher. Fry was staring at strike 3, so Lutz, having an incredible series, continues that streak. Now 2 for 2 on the day, 11 for 18 in the series. Incredible. McClobber. And this is going to be a pop out. near the dugout, and a walk for Fry. So here we go. Slumps with 2 on will ground out, and the Firehawks haven't scored since the first, but that's okay because their defense is holding up. We'll go to the bottom of the third.
2, 3, 4 hitters due up for the Bears. It's going to be Cochin, Vicarian, and Fuse. Cochin will fly out to left field, and that's going to be out number 1. Garris Vicarian line drive past the third baseman. He's 2 for 2 on the ball game. Whiskey Fuse, the second baseman, runner on first with a 1 away. Grounds it to second, over to second for 1, back over to first. Easy as pie, 4-6-3 double play turned by the Firehawks to send the Bears back to the dugout. We head to the top of the fourth. California still leads 1-0.
Here we go, and a ground out from Marco. Firehawks offense has been asleep for a bit here, getting out hit in the ball game, but that's a nice walk from Leahy. Morgan, ground out, couldn't beat the throw, so Apollo takes first with a walk, 2 on, and that was a full count walk. Great eye by Apollo. Fry, and rips one into the right field corner, and they'll score a run, an RBI double from Fry. So Lutz, one of the best hitters in the game, reaches with an infield single, and that allows the run to come across. It's 3-0. McClobber lines out and short. So the Bears find themselves down 3 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Impressive wheels on Lutz to beat that infield single out. My goodness. Travis Granholm will start off the Bears' fourth with a strikeout. It's going to be David Ortiz III, the DH now, hitting .364 on the season. On the playoffs. And that average will go down with a line out to left field, diving stop by Fry. And Barclay Scorch will pop fly that out into shallow left. Curly Slumps takes care of it for out number 3. 3-0 California as we head to the top of the fifth.
California looking to get this clean sweep into the World Series. Ground out from Fry. Slumps with a pop up and a pop out. Marco will strike out, but the Firehawks still lead 3-0. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth.
It's going to be Lamb Chop, Jackinson, and Stagoski. 3 switch hitters due up against Mrs. Dirk. Lamb Chop goes down the strikeout. Now it's Jackinson, the shortstop, hitting 103 in the playoffs, looking to increase that batting average, but won't do it here with a pop fly into shallow left field. Slumps takes care of it. Stagoski, base hit. 1 hopper off the wall. He's going to get 2. That will be a double for the leadoff hitter from the Bruce City Bears. And now it's Cody Cochin, the center fielder, with a soft dribbler back to the mound. And he beats it out. Infield hit for Cody Cochin. 2 outs. Garris Vicarian goes down on strikes. The hot hitter who was going 2 for 2 on the ball game. Unfortunately, he can't capitalize on the first and third here. And we head to the top of the sixth with California still leading 3-0.
And here comes a base hit from Leahy. Now tied in hits on the game. They've just been way more timely and clutch with their at-bats to get those 3 runs. And a single from Morgan, a blooper in left. Here goes a fly ball at the warning track for Apollo, deep enough to allow Leahy to advance to third off the tag. Here, and then Fry with a fly out.
Wow.
And Leahy didn't even move off the bag. So Lutz pops out, shortstop, almost in left field, basically in left field, but that ends the top of the sixth. Bears got their work cut out for them with the clock ticking.
Yeah, it's the bottom of the sixth already, and Whiskey Fuse will head back to the dugout with a strikeout. It's going to be Granholm due up here with 1 out and the base path is empty. Travis Granholm will take a walk, checked his swing, and held up. David Ortiz III, base hit past the shortstop and the third baseman. First and second now with 1 out for the Bears. Barclay Scorch goes down. Yeah, tie and run at the plate, but he heads back to the dugout. Tie and run still at the plate for Jennifer Lambchop. Deep drive to left field. That's gone! Bears tie it! 3-3. There is life in the Bruce City Bats as the Bears tie this one up 414 feet on the How Far Did It Fly by Jennifer Lambchop. Jackinson goes down on strikes, but the damage has been done, and now this is a ball game. We head to the top of the seventh with the game knotted at 3.
They call baseball the most romantic sport. This is turning into a great game. McClobber with a strikeout. Fry will come up to to the plate with that .529 batting average in this series. Little slow roller catcher, easy out. Big momentum shift for the Bears. Slumps, though, with a 2-out single. And Marco will approach home plate. Slumps takes off in there safely. Marco will draw a walk on the full count. Skippy Jensen in as the relief pitcher. Leahy will ground out. And the Firehawks can't score. Momentum all in the Bears' favor right now. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th.
This game coming down to the nitty-gritty. Last 2.5 innings to go. Still tied at 3. Kyle Stogowski, the right fielder, will draw a walk. Brian Wilson now in as the new pitcher for California, and he immediately gets a 6-4-3 double play grounded into by Cody Cochin. Garris Vakarian will ground out to the third baseman, and that will end the inning. We head to the top of the 8th. Good inning from Brian Wilson.
Firehawks, can they take a lead? Look at the tied up runs, tied up hits. That's a ground out for Morgan. 3 runs each, 9 hits each. Apollo with a fly out and right. So 2 outs with Fry at the plate will strike out. Skippy Jensen dealing right now. He's given up 1 hit in those couple innings of work. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
And if you look at the series counter, it doesn't really show an accurate representation of how close these teams are, because the Firehawks did need extra innings in one of the previous games to take down the Bears. Granholm will get a base hit. Fuse flew out to left field, but now we have a runner on first with 1 away. David Ortiz, the third, is going to launch that one 444 feet. Long ball number 3 of the postseason for David Ortiz the third, and the Bruce City home crowd is going to go wild. Bears take a 5-3 lead. They have the lead for the first time this game. Barclay Scorch base hit into right field. Jennifer Lambchop, who tied up the game earlier, now at the plate. Lambchop will go down on the strikeout. And now Robbie Jackson will get a base hit into right field. The Bears aren't quite done with this inning yet. Sliding into third is Scorch. There was a play there, but safe at third was Scorch. Stogowski, though, will ground out to end the inning, but Bruce City takes a 5-3 lead, and now California is on the back heel here. They need to get 2 runs in the top of the 9th just to tie it up.
And they bring up their best batter of this series, Lutz, and he delivers 4 for 5 in the ball game now after that single. Tying run at the plate, McClobber.
Oh, they didn't throw.
They didn't throw the relay, the 4-6, but not the 3. We'll see how that changes things. And Fry, are you kidding me? LaPrince Fry ties it up with 1 swing of the bat. The 1-2 count, the 84-mile-an-hour slider, took that 444 feet to tie it up. The Firehawks are back in this game, and Slumps will strike out swinging. What a game for the first stream game of the night. How about it, folks? 70 viewers. Y'all are getting a great game here. Marco with a walk. So 2 outs with Leahy up to bat. Leahy lines out to center. So more fun in store for us. We either get to see a walk-off or an extended game. The Bears here in the bottom of the 9th with the chance to win.
And that missed double play could come back to haunt the Bears if they don't score here. Cody Cochin will ground out. Garris Vakarian will fly out, and now it's Whiskey Fuse, the second baseman, hitting 139 in the postseason, and that average will go down on the ground out. We're headed to extra innings as this game is still deadlocked at 5. Top of the 10th coming up here in Bruce.
Approaching 80 viewers. Shout out to Z-Berg. Show love to Z-Berg's first-time chatter for the PBE stream. We're going to the top of the 10th. Morgan with a ground out. Apollo, simple pop-up. Third baseman there for the grab. Fry in the gap. Will this be for extra bases? It will. Sliding double. So Lutz, again, with a chance to deliver, had a huge single last time. There's a big hit. One coming home. Are you kidding me? Lamb Chop again. That's the second gun out from left field of the game for Lamb Chop. This one probably more important than the last. And we'll go to the bottom of the 10th. What a throw.
Let this be a lesson to all future minor league players. Don't test the arm of Jennifer Lambchop out in left field. My goodness. Granholm on first base. Ortiz the third will pop fly that out into shallow right field. Barclay Scorch will watch as that ball gets by. Granholm advances to second. Runner in scoring position for the Bears. Grounder to third, over to first. That's out number 2 for Scorch. Jennifer Lambchop base hit down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI run-scoring single walk-off for Jennifer Lambchop. Ties it up in the bottom of the 6th with a 3-run homer and walks it off in the bottom of the 10th with a RBI single. What a game for Jennifer Lambchop. My goodness, if Jennifer does not get the player of the game here, I'm going to be very upset. 6-5 is the final. We just watched it, so we'll go very quickly through the box scores. But there is your box scores and your pitching. Moffitt will get the win in relief. Pettit the loss for California. Jennifer Lambchop will indeed be your player of the game. James Lutz ties the minor league playoff extra inning game record for hits with 5. Lutz is just on fire, though. Even though Lambchop got the player of the game, that is a player that you cannot discount. 636 average in the playoffs. 5 for 6 in this game alone. My goodness, keep an eye out for those two players in the upcoming
Firehawks had the series. Look at the graph. Had the series in their back pocket and lost it. Well, at least for now. Obviously, they got some more chances coming up. But what a game! Are we going to see the best game of the night as the first game? God,
that might be.
Jeez, yeah, we got our money's worth on that one.
Exciting one. My heart is racing.
Yeah, that was incredible. Wow. I mean, the graph sums it up. Leaning Firehawks, then leaning back to the Bears, back to the middle. Unbelievable. And we'll check out the next game now.
Yeah, so we do need to make a quick change to the Wheelers pitching here. So we need to get Flame Dragon into the bullpen and Jacques Toussaint into the starting rotation per the rules. Do we have a role for Flame Dragon that you want Wheelers? Or is there a role that will need to be set for them, Enoch? I don't know. I don't know how this situation works. It's kind of a weird one. But my goodness, what a game to start off the streamed games of tonight.
Just so much fun. I'm so glad you invited me now. No, I'm so glad you invited me in general. I'm messing around. But Enoch said it's a straight flip.
Okay.
Hello, Enoch.
What was Toussaint's before? I don't remember what it was. I just had it up here and I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I think it was
Stopper,
we need the lineup card?
I think. Yeah, do you have the lineup card on hand?
I'm going to pull it up. Minor league office.
I actually have it right here too.
We're looking for the Wheelers, obviously.
Toussaint, Stopper 6 or later. Wait, they have 6 or later, high leverage, and use more often? What?
Wait, you want Toussaint's
what?
setup?
That's not even the correct usage though. Stopper 6 or 6 or later isn't a stopper roll. That's a setup roll.
Stopper 6 or later.
I'm confused.
Yeah, they don't have a 6 or later for stopper.
Yeah, it's 8th and close
maybe
game, 8th or later in lead, and 7th and close game. I think Toussaint was set for 8th and close game. Maybe with a high leverage secondary. I think that was what it was. I didn't see.
We have paused the draft.
Isn't it?
Hashtag leaks? No, I'm kidding.
Isn't that usually the Crabs that pause the draft? That's an old reference. That's a reference to before
Punish
my
Vandals, pause the draft for the Crabs. What else?
Old memes. I don't know. Gotta look into the Sacred Jedi texts for that. Stopper 7th and close game and high leverage was the... Okay, 7th and close game, high leverage. Excellent. Thank you, Enoch. All right.
Wait, Enoch, I thought that was Yakko.
Humor. All right. We have the Wheelers versus the Hepcats, Taranga Lila versus Jake Pliskin. This is going to be a quick simmed game as it is not an elimination game. I forget whose turn it is for the box scores. Do you want to do this one, Hubs?
Yeah.
All right.
Mike, I love you too, by the way.
Here we go. Wheelers Hepcats, game number 4.
Big titty Smitty. The Wheelers get the win. And Anchorage on the cusp now. 4 hits for Schneider. Oh, I need to update the the win for the Bears and the win for the Wheelers here. But yeah, big win for Anchorage. Like I said, 4 hits for Schneider and Nick Pog in chat. Yeah, let's see. 2 RBI for Light, 3 hits on the Kansas City side. Leela with the win, Pliskin with the loss. Hackenbush with the save. Nice name. But Schneider, Anik Pog, big bat for the Wheelers, is your player of the game. And now the Wheelers, we're going to see that game 5.
Mm-hmm.
The Wheelers are up 3-1. So should be interesting. We're going to have to see both minor league series now going forward.
Well, indeed. And we will see one of these 2 series as well, that being the Crabs and the Voyagers. We do have a quick sim for the Toros Sea Serpents. Just so I'm going to save real quick. And we will quick play the Serpents Toros after we make their changes. Serpents say changes for game number 5. Serpents. Pitching. Make sure Danny Sullivan starts. Danny Sullivan. SP2 Booze Gooser. Perry Hodder to none, normal, and nothing. Already got that. Aaron Beckett, mid relief, used less often. And NA. Athena Aria, middle relief, normal usage, NA. Jormungandr Ragnarok, middle relief, normal usage, long relief. A Duke Singh, stopper, 7th in close game, high leverage. Alright, so he does it. That should be the changes that you are requesting. Let me know if I missed anything or if you have anything else. In the meantime, we will shift over to the Toros. Toros say Game 5 changes. Swap in both lineups. Oh boy, we got lineup changes. Steve Rogers and Andrew Myth. Just swapping the batting order, it looks like. Swapping those 2 there and there. File save. Bullpen. Troy Pressing. Stopper. 7th in close. High leverage. Brusdar Lemonade middle. Use more often. Setup. Bohm. Luke Wright. Middle. Norman. Middle relief. Normal usage. And setup. Molly Mitchell. Middle relief. Norman Osborne, and none. And Beta Bombs, none specified. Already there. Alright. Looks good, Dirk. Let me know if you have any, if I missed anything or if you have any other changes. Serpents say good stuff. Move to the Crabs. Oops. Not the Aviators. Crabs. Just stamina checks. Nolan Nola 64%, Lucky Alchara 53, James Ronlin 100, Sportsboy 57, 96%, Xenophon is at 84%, and Link Crab 100%. Voy Boys have changes. You want Tig and Price stamina. Price is at 64%. Tig is at 72%. We're flipping in the left-handed lineup. Benny and Iggy. Boop. Just like that. And then we have usage changes. Evil Dictator, Stopper, 7th and close, middle relief. Stopper, 7th and close, middle relief. Samson to middle normal. And then Big Rig to middle normal. Deleted index to middle less. Already there. And then Kanye is good. Enoch, let me know if that looks good or if you have any other changes that you want to make or if I missed anything. Should have hit everything. Crabs have changes. Toros, Serpents, let me know. Actually, Serpents are good. Toros, let me know if you're good as well. Xeno to Stopper. 7th and later, or 7th close, I guess. Nola, none specified. Avoid high leverage. Sports Boy, Mineral Leaf, use more often. Lucky, long relief. Avoid high leverage. Okay. Any other changes, Leafer, or anything I missed there? Let me know if you're good or if you need something else. Voyagers say they're good. Just waiting on Toros and Crabs to confirm. I see Hepcats, Bears, and Firehawks have already submitted changes. Wheelers, if you have any changes you need to make before your Game 5, please let me know. Crabs say good. Toros say good. Sounds like we're good. All right. Back to the scoreboard. All right, so we are going to quick sim the Cancun-Seattle game, and then we will go into the streamed game of New York-Providence. Actually, why don't we just do the New York-Providence game? Because I
think the prediction
paranoid.
was for New York-Providence.
Okay, I'm paranoid anyway, so I don't want to. If I hit quick sim and this one sims, I'm going to be upset.
Oh, no. We can keep out of town on, right? Wait. What's else is going on today?
Oh yeah, are there any minors games? No, we already said those.
Oh yeah, we already. So we could keep scoreboard on.
Yeah, we'll turn BNN on.
BNN.
Yep.
What's up, twins?
We'll do that.
Yeah, BNN can be on. This ain't my first rodeo.
Voyagers Crabs. All right. So we have the prediction already closed. Prediction run scored over under 9.5.
I want home half this time. I want a chance at a walk-off. It's not fair.
All right, fair enough, man. Yeah, I'll take the home team. I'll take the away team, which means I take the team that knocked my Vandals out of the playoffs. Real quick, a couple of things. I don't want to completely neglect the stats, but Crabs found success this season with a strong offense and a pitching staff that allowed the fewest runs in the Legends Conference. Crabs' bullpen was especially effective, holding opponents to a 2.77 ERA on the season. Their balanced approach led the team to a 64-44 record and the third seed in the playoffs. The Voyagers, while good on both sides of the ball, are an offensive powerhouse. Their success saw the team nearly sweep first place in the conference in every major offensive category and propelled them to a conference-best 680 runs scored. The offensive outbursts and solid pitching landed the Voyagers at a 72-36 record and the number one seed in the Legends Conference. Despite all that, though, the Crabs have a 3-1 lead in this series, looking to punch their ticket to the World Series, while the New York Voyagers are looking to stave off elimination here and make it a 3-2 series. So Voyagers need to win all three of these remaining games in order to get to the World Series. Crabs need to win one of the remaining three. So this is going to be a tough fight for the Voyagers, but with how good their team has been, I think that it's definitely a possibility for them to pull off something magical here. You ready to get on into game, Hummus?
Hello. Yes, I am.
All right.
But you got first inning, so I get to chill.
Yeah, you get to chill for a bit. With Michael Dion on the mound versus the New York Voyagers starting lineup. Here we go. New York versus Providence. 3-1 series lead for the Crabs. Voyagers looking to stay alive. It's going to be... Oh, I need to get the BNN on. Linus Riverboat will be up first, and they will ground out to the shortstop. I will make a quick change here to get the BNN scoreboard up for everyone to see here. That is not what I meant to do. Stop that. All right. Back in it. Benny Rodriguez, the second baseman, hot hitter. High fly ball into right field, and almost went out of the park. I was about to say the second batter just launched it out of the park, but no. Just shy of the wall. And Ignacio Encarnacion will get a double, but Jackie Daytona strikes out to end the inning. So kind of a weird up and down inning there for the Voyagers. As we head to the bottom of the first, Crabs getting their first look at it.
Krustis hitting .214 in the postseason will strike out. Will Love. You love who you love. Let's see if he loves base hits. And he does not. He loves the dugout seat. That's out number 2. Ruiz will strike out, and they go down in order. We'll go check out Swerve and the Voyagers here in the top of the second.
The dugout seat is where all the Gatorade is.
True.
Kirk Swerve, the center fielder, hitting 171 in the playoffs, will increase that batting average with a base hit to left field. Bark Bark Woof Ruff, the third baseman, will get a base hit as well. Back-to-back singles for the New York Voyagers, and now they have first and second with nobody out for J.R. Frankenstero, the young gun. Semi-deep fly ball to the left center field. It's put away by the center fielder, Krustis. William Groves with a short dribbler out in front of the catcher. They throw on to second and get the runner, so fielder's choice. But Tsunami goes down on strikes, and New York will get nothing out of that impressive start to the inning. And we head to the bottom of the second now.
Crabs will bring up Slokening. That breaks up the perfect game thrown so far by Toasties. It's a walk. Dordovich. And a fly ball. Easy out for out number 1. Lemon. Grounder to short. They only get the out at first, so runner in scoring position for DJ. He takes a walk. 43 senior with 2 on, 2 out. And that's up the middle. That's going to be possibly the first run, and it is. The Crabs draw first blood over the Voyagers, and 43 senior hits the RBI single, and the Crabs lead 1-0. Deep arm. Draws a walk, so juice is based for Krustis. And the hit and run on the full count. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. A 2 RBI single for Krustis. Very clutch. And it's 3-0. And another base hit. This is in the right field corner from Will Love. 1 run scores. 2 runs will score. It's 5-0. The Crabs are opening it up here early with 2 outs. Ruiz. And it's going to sneak past the third baseman. Runner coming home. Runner will score. Ruiz gets another RBI in the postseason. That's the 4th for him. And it's 6-0 Crabs. And a walk for Slokening. O'Sullivan is in now for the Voyagers. Early pull there. And a strikeout for Dordovich. They finally end the bottom of the second, but the Crabs score 6. They take a huge lead. We'll go to the top of the third.
It just kept going. My goodness, Providence really itching to get back to the World Series here. Riverboat with a quick ground out. Benny Rodriguez will do the same. Ignacio Encarnacion, the catcher, will do the same. 3 back-to-back groundouts. Michael Dion keeping the ball on the ground effectively for the Providence Crabs defense. And the Voyagers do not score. 6-0 still Crabs as we head to the bottom of the third.
That's quick work for you. I didn't get a break. Lemon with a ground out. DJ, who walked earlier. This has got way under it. This is near the warning track, caught for out number 2. And 43 senior, 1 for 1 with a ribby. Make it 2 for 2 now. And that was off a full count circle change. Parmalee. This is going to be a fly out. Crabs still have that 6-run lead. We'll go to the 4th. Voyagers got to do something on offense.
They got to get something started here. They can't leave it all to the late innings. It's going to be Jackie Daytona with a fly out to start the inning. Kirk Swerve now. Pop fly. That one's not going to leave the infield. It's barely going to get to the dirt in the infield. It's out number 2. Bark Bark Woof Ruff into right center. And another 1-2-3 inning there. Providence Crabs defense looking good through 4 now. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still 6-0 Providence.
The Crabos win. They punched their ticket in the World Series. Krustis with a walk. Their offense definitely came to play. Love with a fly ball and a fly out for out number 1. Ruiz with a strikeout. Slokening, 1 on, 2 out. And a stolen base attempt for Krustis in there safely. Slokening will walk. Dordovich, 2 out, 2 on. The hit and run off the full count is going to drop, hit the left field wall. 1 run scores. 2 runs going to score. Amazing display of offense by the Crabs. 6 hits but 8 runs. And a ground out for Lemon ends the 4th, but the Crabs have all but won this series. Just need to finish off this game with this 8-run lead. We'll go to the top of the 5th.
Defense is the name of the game for the Crabs right now. Just don't let the Voyagers get anywhere close to that 8-run lead he got. J.R. Frankenstero on first base. William Groves with a base hit. First and second now for Johnny Tsunami. No outs so far. That will be a base hit. And now the Providence Crabs defense starting to feel a little bit of the weight there. A little bit of the pressure.
Voyagers come back. The Crabs are going to hate me.
That will be an RBI for Tsunami. 8-1. There goes the shutout. Linus Riverboat strikes out Benny Rodriguez with a fly ball into left, caught by Slokening. And now it's first and second with 2 outs for Encarnacion. Ground ball to short, over to second, and a fielder's choice will end the inning. Voyagers do get a run here, but it's still quite a mountain to climb. We head to the bottom of the 5th now. Providence leads 8-1.
Dion having the game of his life when they need him the most. DJ with a strikeout. 43 senior. On a full count, 91-mile-an-hour fastball, swung at strike 3. Parmalee with 2 outs. Ooh, got hit. It clipped him. So, Krustis having a great game. Oh, this is deep. Is this the exclamation point they were looking for? Krustis with a home run. Wow, 439 feet. Krustis got a hold of that one. And the Crabs looking better than before. Now up 10-1. That will end the 5th. That was a strikeout from Love. And the Voyagers, their season may be ending soon.
And right when hope was starting to come back into the Voyagers' eyes with that 1 run in the previous inning, Crabs just doubled the run total for them and are immediately getting back to efficiency, making a quick 1-2-3 inning of the Voyagers' heart of the lineup. Already back to the Crabs' bats as we head to the bottom of the 6th, 10-1.
Ruiz with a shallow fly in center. Slokening up the middle with a base hit. First hit of the game for Chipper. Luca now. Playoff Luca. Lines out to third. 2 RBI in the day. Great game for Luca and Bergamot. First hit of the game. The Crabs are just all getting involved here. DJ. And a line out to third. We're going to the 7th. Voyagers don't have many chances left. Can they find some spark here on offense?
Michael Dion back on the mound to face down Frankenstero, Groves, and Tsunami. Frankenstero grounds out to third. And Lucky El Charo enters the game and immediately gives up a base hit to William Groves.
He's temperable, by the way.
Tsunami goes down, strikes, and now with 2 outs and a run on first, it's the top of the order, Linus Riverboat. Ground right to Julio Ruiz, who steps on first to retire the side. It's time for the stretch as we head to the bottom of the 7th here in Providence. Crabs lead 10-1.
43, Parmalee and Krustis. Oh, and a bobbled ball. They're calling it an error. Parmalee will strike out looking. Yes, I have tampered. Well, legally talk to you, man. Krustis with a strikeout. Love. This is a high fly ball. Really high up there at the warning track in the deepest part of the park. But that will end the 7th. Voyagers will go to the top of the 8th, bringing up arguably their best batter, Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Crabs were a couple feet away there from extending the lead even further. Benny Rodriguez goes down on strikes to lead off the 8th here. Encarnacion, the catcher, will go down on strikes as well. Back-to-back Ks for Lucky El Charo. And now it's going to be Jackie Daytona, the right fielder, hitting .306 in the playoffs. And that average will go up with a base hit. 2-hopper to the wall. Daytona slides in safe at second. Probably didn't need to slide. There wasn't really a throw there. But, hey, you do you. And a pop fly by Kirk Swerve will end the inning. Crabs still have the lead 10-1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
Here we go. Ruiz, 1 for 4 with a ribby, 1 for 5. After that ground out, Slokening 1 for 1, make it 1 for 2. Dordovich. Playoff Luca.
Maybe? No.
There's a moonshot near the warning track. Quick inning of work for Evil Dictator will go to the top of the 9th.
It's the last chance for the Voyagers. 9 runs is the mark to beat here. Bark, bark, woof, ruff will get them started with a error. The error wasn't from him, but he'll reach on an error, and he'll actually get all the way to second base. And with a wild pitch, woof, ruff now standing 90 feet from the plate. Frankenstero will ground out to score woof, ruff, but at this point it might be a little too late. William Groves will get on board with a walk. And now it's going to be Johnny Tsunami with a runner on first and 1 away. Grounder second over to second, and that's a fielder's choice. Sportsboy 57 has been pitching this inning. And Linus Riverboat grounds out to the first baseman. Providence wins the conference finals and advances to the World Series on a 10-2 victory over the New York Voyagers. This was a slaughter. 4 RBIs for Giannis Krustis, 2 each for Love and Dordovic. The only hitter with more than one hit on the side of New York was William Groves, and 1 RBI from Frankenstero. Toasties takes the loss. Dion gets the win. They're second in the playoffs. Giannis Krustis, your player of the game. Congratulations to the Providence Crabs, punching their ticket to the World Series. Who they will play will be between Cancun and Seattle. And we'll see who takes the advantage in that series right on over here. It's going to be the Toros. How much do you want to take this box score?
Yeah, Toros get the win, and they lead 3-2 now. So we'll watch this next game. 5 RBI by Bauer. Playoff Shumi. Sheesh. Look at that. 12 RBI in the postseason. My God. Got to be the leader right now. And, yeah. It's probably your best batter of both teams. Croc's out. Nice day. 3 for 4. The win for Benson. The loss for Sullivan. And we'll check out the player of the game. It is Shumi, of course. What a day for Shumi and the Toros to win. And they take a 3-2 series lead. They want to see World Series MVP under playoff coverage.
Okay.
For the Crabs Voyagers.
Alrighty, we'll go ahead and check that real quick. Playoff coverage MVP Giannis Krustis for the Providence Crabs. Congratulations, Giannis. You went looks like 6 for 18 over the series with 6 RBI and 3 home runs. Argument probably could be made for Dustin Parmalee too, going 8 for 18 with 4 RBIs, but Giannis Krustis is the call, and I have to say I agree. That's a lot of RBIs and a lot of home runs for your team. Really performing in the clutch there. Able to knock in those runs when needed and come up big for your team. So congratulations to Giannis Krustis, helping the Providence Crabs to make their way to the World Series. And minor leagues were already completed, so we'll go ahead and save and advance the day. So you already have one series finished off, and majors are on a travel day. We do have 2 minors semifinals here that we are going to stream both of these games. They are both elimination games. Kansas City and Bruce City with their backs up against the wall against these 2 teams that are leading the series, California and Anchorage. So we'll see which one comes out on top. We do have some changes that I need to make here before we get on into them. First, we'll do the Firehawks. Game 5 changes. Pitching. Matthew West to stopper, 7th and close, high leverage. Stopper, 7th and close, high leverage. Pettit to mid-relief, normal usage, none. Girk to mid-relief, normal usage, setup. There we go. Tahini Lord to the same. And then Brian Wilson to mid-relief, used less often.
He getting smacked. Yikes.
Alright, saving the game. Dirk, you want to verify that these are correct for us? Bears, end of best game ever changes. Let's see, Bears, Hargrove stamina, 24%. He's looking a little exhausted. Mace Windu is listed as an RP in the sim, but can we have it set to SP? SP. Boop. Set. Yeah, he's not starting this game, but he is starting next game. 24% exhausted. Let's see. Hepcats. Do you have a change here? Bouchard. Is Bouchard set to pitch? If so, set 50 pitch count. You got it. 50. File save. 50. Also versus right-handed pitchers. Lineup change. Can we have Braun 5 lane... Wait. Braun 5 lane 6 legacy 7. Braun 5 lane 6 legacy 7. Just versus right-handed pitchers. Yes. Twitchy, if you can verify that these changes are good, we'll go ahead and save the game as well. Make sure I didn't miss anything for you. Just give me like a thumbs up or a yes. Bears have changes. We'll go back to Bears. Bears, we have Danny to stopper. 7th and close. High leverage. Skippy to middle relief. Normal. No secondary. No third for skipping. Yep. No secondary roll here. So that look good for you, Danny, or am I missing anything here? I'll go ahead and save as well. Firehawks gave a thumbs up. They're good. Fire you into the sun. I don't think I have the power to do that. Give you a dub. I don't have. I would get fired probably to just give you one. They got the thumbs up here. Okay, Hepcats didn't respond if they had any change. Firehawks and Bears both gave a thumbs up. Wheelers and Hepcats, if you have any changes, please let us know. We're going to go ahead and start the California and Bears game. Hold on. Sorry, I had to mute to sneeze. But yeah, so
Funny.
Hepcats and what? Why is that funny?
You should have let us hear it.
Oh no, I don't want to blow out the eardrums of everyone listening. But Brew City Firehawks, we will turn off the BNN so that if Hepcats and Wheelers need to still make changes, they can let us know. But we are about ready to get on into game. Prediction is up 16.5 total hits. You got about a minute 30. Alright, so 16.5 total hits over under. Submission, about a minute left, 91% of the votes on the over. Let's see. ASMR. Maybe on the upload.
Lightning just scored.
Alright. I think we are ready to get on into game. Hummus, do you want to keep the same home away for this one? We did you on the California Firehawks side, me on the Brew City Bears side last time. Do you want to keep it that way?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. So that's going to be you bringing us into game with Mace Windu on the mound versus the California Firehawks starting lineup. Take it away, Hummus.
Let's do it. Firehawks get another chance to move on to the World Series.
Let me get this out of the way, sorry.
You turned off BNN, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's off. I just need to get rid of the widget.
Yep. There's a fly out from Lutz to start us off. Man, the Panthers lost in the most heartbreaking fashion just now.
AJ.
And a fly out for McClobber. And Fry will ground out. So they go down in order. We'll go to the Bears now, see what they could do on offense.
It's going to be Stogowski, Cochin, and Vicarian due up the starting three for the Bears against Jethro Tull. And a diving catch by James Lutz in center field. We'll put the first out on the board. Cody Cochin, fly ball into left, and that'll be out number 2. Garris Vicarian now hitting .341 in the playoffs. And that average will go down with a ground out to shortstop. Bears go down 1-2-3. Jethro Tull effective through the top of the first. Or sorry, bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second with the California Firehawks due up.
And it's a base hit for Slumps. Breaking up that no-hitter and that perfect game for Mace Windu. The 6-4, but not the 3. So Leahy, they go 3-6, but not the 3 again. Morgan. And the 6-4 out will end the top of the second. They get that lone hit, do nothing with it. We'll go to the bottom of the second.
Just as a reminder, I see Serpents have made changes, but Torres, if you need to make... Oh, long, deep drive by David Ortiz, the third DH for Bruce City goes yard. And that will put the Bears on the board and give them the lead for the first time this game, 1-0 in the bottom of the second now as Bruce City jumps out in front. Barclay scorched the hot hitter. We'll get a base hit right up the middle. Torres, if you have changes to make, please make them in your channel. Serpents have already done so. Thank you for that. Jennifer Lambchop, ground ball to second base, and Jennifer Lambchop is going to beat it out, infield single for the left fielder. Whiskey Fuse grounds out to third, and no play. They weren't able to do anything with that one. Granholm, base hit off the wall. That's going to be at least 2 RBIs, maybe 3. Granholm headed to third. He's going to be safe with a triple. Bases clearing 3-bagger for Travis Granholm. Robbie Jackinson, base hit up the middle, will score Granholm, and the Bears leaping out in front to a 5-0 lead. This was a 3-0 series before last game, and the Bears just suddenly woke up and realized they were in the playoffs. Stogowski already at second with a single and a stolen base. Cody Cochin will get on board with a walk. Garris Vicarian, base hit past the shortstop. This inning isn't over. 6 runs now in the bottom of the second for the Bears. David Ortiz, the third, the DH, first and second with 1 out. Launches that high to the center fielder, and that will be caught. Bears have batted around this inning. Barclay scorched 1 for 1. Pop fly, shallow left side, will be caught by McClobber. 6 runs on 7 hits for Bruce City, and they take a 6-0 lead heading to the top of the third.
Already a mountain to climb, as AJ would say, for the Firehawks, but they're the 1 seed, so let's see what they got. Apollo with a single, that helps. Fry with a strikeout, Lutz. And that's back up the middle. That's going to be 2 on now with 1 out. The 4-6, but not the 3. The Bears just don't like to turn 2 for some reason. Fry with a grounder and a ground out. So the Firehawks still scoreless after they get 3 times to bat. We'll go to the bottom of the third.
And thank you to Valor for subscribing to Tier 1. 13 months now on a 4-month streak. We really appreciate it. Jennifer Lambchop will ground out to the first baseman, Whiskey Fuse. Grounds out to the shortstop. Back-to-back there. Travis Granholm now. Didn't even notice Jethro Tull still pitching even after that 6-run second. And Granholm will fly out. So Tull bounces back from his messy inning to put up a clean 1-2-3. And we head back to the Firehawks for the top of the fourth.
And this is going to be a high fly ball for Slumps, caught for out number 1. Marco with a strikeout. Leahy with 2 out, nobody on. Can he get the 4th hit of the game for the Firehawks? He will reach on an infield single. So Arthur Morgan Oh, and Leahy's got the speed in there safely for the stolen base. Morgan will strike out, and that will end the top of the fourth. All Bears so far will go to the bottom.
It's going to be Jackinson and then the top of the Bears order. Shortstop for Bruce City will get a base hit. That 152 average will climb. And now it's going to be Stogoski hitting 308 in the postseason. Around it right to the first baseman. Covering the first is Tall, and they'll get the out there. Cody Cochin will get a base hit, and now we have first and third with one away for Garris Vicarian, the catcher. Grounder to first, and once again, Jethro Tull covers first base. But this one will be an RBI as the Bears extend their lead to 7. Jethro Tull finally pulled in favor of Tahiti Lord, and David Ortiz III will ground out to second to end the inning. 7-0, Bruce City as we head to the top of the 5th.
Apollo with a walk. So Fry with the fourth. Oh, they actually turned 2. Nice double play by the Bears. And a ground out from Lutz. Wow, the Bears are dominating this game. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th.
It's going to be Scorch, Lamb Chop, and Fuse due up for the Bears. Scorch with a high fly ball into right center field. Ranging over is Lutz, and he'll haul it in for out number 1. Jennifer Lambchop goes down and strikes, and now it's going to be Whiskey Fuse as the second baseman. Pop fly, right side. Second baseman Leahy is going to put the glove on it for out number 3. 1-2-3, clean inning for Tahini Lord, the reliever, as we head to the top of the 6th.
Strikeout from McClobber. The Firehawks offense has disappeared here. And a strikeout for Fry. So 2 out, nobody on for Slumps. Trying to help their team get out of this offensive slump. And a strikeout. Mace Windu will go to the bottom of the 6th.
It's going to be Travis Granholm, the first baseman. Grounder over to first. Covering first is Tahini Lord. They'll make the play. Robbie Jackinson will get a base hit. And now it's going to be Kyle Stogoski, the right fielder. Grounder, line drive right back to the pitcher. That's out number 2. Cody Cochin, deep drive into left field. Just barely gone. 402 feet on the how far did it fly for Cody Cochin. And the score is now 9-0 Bears. Firehawks only have 3 innings to make up a 9-run deficit. Garris Vicarian. Line drive into left field. Fry going to put the glove on it for out number 3, but not before the Bears score 2 off the deep drive by Cochin. Head to the top of the 7th now. Firehawks need to start climbing this 9-run hill.
1-0 count, and there's a base hit for Marco. Leahy will strike out. Morgan now with 1 out, 1 on. And a double play, the Bears. Wow. This is their game now. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th.
And for those of you keeping an eye on that over-under, one more hit and the overs will have it. As we're at 16, and the 16.5 was the mark to beat. Ortiz III strikes out. Scorch lines out right to Tahini Lord. Jennifer Lambchop over the head of the second baseman. The overs will have it, and Lambchop will get on board with 2 outs for Whiskey Fuse, who gets a base hit as well right past the first base, and now we have first and second for Travis Granholm, the first baseman. Over the head of the second baseman, we have bases loaded. No, we do not, as headed for home is Jennifer Lambchop, and the Bears increase their lead now 10-0. New pitcher is Jose Nacio Strathnation. Robbie Jackinson immediately grounds out, and we head to the top of the 8th. California had 3 innings to score 9 runs. Now they have 2 innings to score 10.
And a grounder and a ground out for Apollo. Fry with a strikeout. The Bears have really got the Firehawks number in this game. Lutz. And this is D. Bacot for a line out in center. Firehawks still scoreless. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
Bears looking to extend their lead one last time before the Firehawks have their last shot at it. Kyle Stagoski almost takes Slothnasian deep, but the glove will be put on the ball at the wall. Cody Cochin draws a walk, and now it's Gears Vakarian. Base hit over the head of the shortstop, and now we have first and second with one away for David Ortiz III. Fly ball into left field, and it's caught by Fry, so now it's Barclay Scorch with runners on first and second. He will draw a walk, and that'll bring up Jennifer Lambchop. 366 with 8 RBI in the postseason. That average will go down on the ground out to the first baseman. 10-0 Bears. California needs to score 10 runs. Bears need 3 outs.
Here we go. McClobber. And we'll pop out for out number 1. Fry will ground out for out number 2. So Slumps with a fly ball, opposite field.
Hey.
Caught for the third. Oh, and that will do it. Wow. The Bears, one of the most dominant playoff games I've ever seen in either league. A 10-0 shutout. Completely just absolutely shutting down the number 1 seed. They do it in front of the home crowd. And now the series went from 3-0 to 3-2 just like that. Mm-hmm. It took pretty much a miraculous comeback in Game 5. Now Game 6 was dominant. Excuse me. Game 4 they won. This was Game 5.
Yes.
But offensively, California was asleep. Meanwhile, Brew City had 2 RBI from Cochin and Vicarian, but Granholm, big game, 4 RBI. Windu with the win, Slams with the save, Toll with the loss. And Windu, what a courageous start. With the season on the line, went 6 innings, only gave up 4 hits, and there's your player of the game.
Alrighty, nothing from the Hepcast Wheelers, so we are ready to launch right on into the next game. Anchorage does lead this series 3-1. They'll be looking to punch their ticket to the World Series to face down either the Bears or the Firehawks. Hepcats looking to stay alive here with a 3-1 deficit. And looking at these head-to-heads, looks like the Wheelers are favored for the most part 6-4. Are there any players you're keeping an eye on here, Hummus, between these two teams?
Yeah. Just looking at the two teams, TGP's got a good bat. Bouchard, not good against Anchorage. But on the other side, Ness Kine, Miss Obvious, right? Hitting 400 against Bouchard, looking to continue that. And Max Power, Attica Online, 2 batters here. So it's going to come down to which offense is going to do more, really, for lack of a better phrase, which offense is going to will their team to win. Last game, we just saw the Bears offense really dominate. I don't know if we'll see that kind of domination from either team in this one, but one of these two teams got to take advantage of the pitching matchup. So we'll see.
Alrighty. We haven't done one of the games of the series yet. Do you have a preference on which team you want to take? Which side?
Oh, let's flip it. I'll go away, so you can get home.
Alrighty. So then you'll bring us into game. I don't know if that's flipping it because I was home for the last one, was I?
Yeah. Last time you got home was absolutely incredible. So hopefully we get that again.
All right. So we'll have you take us into game with the Anchorage Wheelers starting lineup against CC Bouchard. Hummus, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Take it away.
Here we go. First pitch, JQ, fly ball, fly out. Let me update the series tracker for the Bears. Grounder for Kind, who reaches Schneider, and Kind is on the move. And one of my players to watch is doing things. Schneider strikes out looking. And Jones Jr. strikes out swinging. So they give up a hit. No runs, so the Hepcats looking to take the lead here in the bottom of the first.
And It's going to be Richard Rafi, Ethos, and Gage due up here. Richard Rafi will ground out. Michael Ethos, the center fielder, will strike out. And now it's going to be Christopher Gage, the left fielder from the Kansas City Hepcats, due up here against Jacques Toussaint. And Gage is going to watch ball 4 go by, and he will get a walk. It's going to be TGP with a runner on first and 2 away. High fly ball into right center field, but not quite out of the field. It's going to be a fly out, and the Hepcats only get a walk here as we head to the top of the second. No score in Kansas City.
Max Power will ground out. Flood will strike out. 2 out, nobody on for Justice. And a walk for Justice, so we see a base runner here. Can they do something with it with 2 outs? Dipper, the hit and run on the full count. It moves the runner to third, so Cole Kim. And drops one in left. And the Wheelers score the first run of the game. If they win, they move on to the World Series. And another hit and run off a full count. JQ ripped this one at the left field corner. And it's going to be a 2-run RBI single. That I think was a fielder's choice advance, but the Wheelers lead 3-0. Ness Kind, 1 for 1, make it 2 for 2 now with the RBI. The Wheelers jump out in front with 2 outs. Trying to accomplish the dream of making the World Series. That was a single for Schneider. Jones Jr., another single, and also another RBI. The 5th run of the inning for the Wheelers. And it's only the 2nd. And now we have a pitching change. Definitely not Kevin Choate. Power will walk. Flood. Juice is based. And the Tapper will reach on a single. Infield single. Flood will bring home another run. It's 6-0. And this is deep. Over the center fielder's head. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. And 3 runs will score a bases clearing double. It's 9-0 Wheelers over the Hepcats, and they're that much closer to the World Series. There's a ground out for Dipper.
Holy cow.
And the damage has been done. The Hepcats got all their work cut out for them, down 9.
Mercifully, that inning is over, my goodness, as Matthew Braun flies out to a diving outlaw Dipper. Zachary Lane draws a walk. Kansas City has their work cut out for them. Mikey Light is going to go deep with a 2-run blast, 390 feet on the How Far They Fly. Kansas City will get on the board here. After the 9-run second by Anchorage, Kansas City is determined to try and make their way back into this game. Ty Legacy, the DH, will get a base hit. That's going to be a single. Now it's going to be Lenny Longpipe, the catcher. Fly ball into right center field. Gloved by a Justice. Richard Rafi's going to watch as Legacy takes off for second. No throw from the catcher. So Legacy gets a free stolen base. Richard Rafi will get a base hit and an RBI. Kansas City now with 3 runs on the board, and now it's going to be Michael Ethos, the center fielder. 2 outs, runner on first, grounder to short, and right over to second himself. There was already a guy covering the base. He could have just tossed it to him. Oh well. He beats out the runner, which is what's important. 9-3 now, Anchorage, as we head to the top of the 3rd.
Cole Kim had a big at-bat last time up to bring the run home. Will pop out. Q, already 2 RBI in this game. Now make it 2 for 3. Ness Kind, 1 on, 1 out. And a stolen base is out. What a throw from Longpipe. Ness Kind, though, with the walk. One of my players to watch having an incredible game at the plate. Schneider, the 6-4, but the 3 didn't matter. I don't know why I did it like that. And that will end the top of the 3rd. Anchorage still got that 6-run lead.
It's going to be Christopher Gage with a base hit. Kansas City Hepcats are really trying to work their way back into this one after that 9-run second inning. TGP with a line drive right to Outlaw Dipper. That's going to be out number 1. Matthew Braun, the first baseman, goes down, strikes. And now it's going to be Zachary Lane, the second baseman, hitting 290 in this postseason, and that 290 average will go up to 313. Mikey Light grounds it right to the first baseman, and that will end the inning, though, as the Hepcats get nothing. No runs across the board here in the third. We head to the top of the fourth with Anchorage looking to extend their 9-3 lead.
And a ground out for Jones Jr. And a base hit for Max Power, my other player to watch, 1 for 2 in the game so far. Flood with a grounder, 5-4, but not the 3. Justice. And Flood is on the move, and they're safely. Justice. And will ground out. And that will end the top of the fourth. We'll go to the bottom.
It's going to be Legacy, Long Pipe, and Rafi due up. Noah Hartman, the new pitcher for the Wheelers. Legacy will ground out. Long Pipe with a fly ball into left center field. Glove is put on it by JQ, and Richard Rafi goes down the strikeout. So a quick 1-2-3 inning as we head to the top of the fifth now. Hepcats no score.
This is a fly ball from Dipper. That's going to be a fly out. And Kim got under this one. That's a fly out as well. And a strikeout from Q. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Anchorage's been sleeping since the second inning. Should be interesting how the Hepcats respond.
Michael Ethos, the center fielder, grounds that to the shortstop over to first. That's out number 1. Christopher Gage, liner right to the center fielder. And now it's going to be TGP with 2 outs and the base path's empty. Strikeout number 2 on the day for Noah Hartman, who is through 2 clean innings. We head to the top of the sixth now. Anchorage looking to extend their 9-3 lead.
And a base hit from Kind, so the offense is waking up a little bit here. Schneider, 6-4, 3 double play. Jones Jr. with a strikeout, so that was quick. Go to the bottom of the sixth. Hepcats still down 6 runs.
It's going to be Braun, Lane, and Light due up, the first, second, and third baseman of the Kansas City Hepcats. And that's going to fall in front of the left fielder. A very shallow bloop single for Matthew Braun. He gets on board, though, and that's what matters. Zachary Lane with the base hit to right center. And now Mikey Light will draw a walk. So the first 3 batters have all reached, and now it's going to be Ty Legacy, the DH, hitting 188 on the postseason. But that will go up as he gets an RBI as well. RBI single for Ty Legacy. And the Kansas City Hepcats bats have woken back up here. Lenny Long Pipe, the catcher, fly out to left field. It will not be enough to send the runner, and the bases remain loaded. Richard Rafi goes down the strikeout, and now it's 2 outs, bases loaded for Michael Ethos. And that's going to get past the second baseman. RBI single for Michael Ethos. 9-5 now as Kansas City looking to get back into this thing. Christopher Gage, high fly ball into center field, and it will be caught. But the Hepcats have scored twice here. And now it's looking a little bit closer of a ball game, but you wonder if it's too little too late. Top of the 7th coming up.
And here we go. Walk for Power. Flood with 1 on, nobody out. A 5-4, not 3. And stolen base from Flood. He's in there safely. Justice. And there's a base hit. Will the Wheelers score their first run since the second? And they will. 10-5 is their lead. Helping themselves move on into the next round, which would be the World Series. Dipper. There's your double play that the Hepcats wanted. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Wheelers score 1. Hepcats got a little bit of momentum, though.
That's going to be TGP, the right fielder, with a fly ball into center field. Adrian King, the new pitcher, gets a quick fly out. Matthew Braun is going to launch that into left field. That goes yard, 390 feet on the How Far to Fly. A home run solo shot from Matthew Braun, the first baseman of the Kansas City Hepcats. and now it is a 10-6 ball game. Zachary Lane, the second baseman, up now with 1 out and the base paths empty. Quick ground out to the shortstop will bring up Mikey Light. Light with a base hit into straightaway center field will keep this inning alive, and now it's going to be Ty Legacy, the DH. 212 average on the postseason, and that will go down with a quick ground out to the second baseman. Hepcats cut into that lead a little bit more. It's still 10-6, still a 4-run ball game as we head to the top of the 8th.
Kim with a base hit, and the Hepcats are really knocking on the door here, so that the Wheelers offense should probably do something about it. Q, there's another single. So Ness Kime with 2 on, nobody out, with a strikeout. Sam Ozja is trying to will his way to get out of this inning, and there's a second strikeout. Jones Jr. And 3 straight strikeouts, helping the Hepcats out to try to come back in this game. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
Way to power through that on the pitching side. Adrian King back to the mound and immediately gets Lenny Longpipe to strike out. Kansas City has 2 more opportunities here to make up this difference. Richard Rafi, grounder to the shortstop, and that's going to be out number 2. Michael Ethos, the center fielder. 2 outs, bases empty. Liner down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. It will be a 2-bagger from Michael Ethos. Christopher Gage with a runner in scoring position is going to strike out looking. And that will end the bottom of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th. Anchorage's last chance to extend this lead before Kansas City gets their last opportunity period.
And a base hit for Max Power. 2 for 3 on the day. Great day for one of my players to watch. Jackson Flood. Slow roller. Pitcher picks it up. Errant throw. First error of the ball game. Justice with a line out to first. Dipper up the middle, and we got juices based for Cole Kim, who's 2 for 4. Will this be deep enough for a sac fly? And it will be easily. So Anchorage tacks on another run. It's 11-6. JQ hitting 364 in this series will strike out. And right. KC need a miracle. Absolute miracle to come back in this game. Will they do it?
And that miracle will help them stay alive in the playoffs. Anchorage looking to punch their ticket to the World Series. They need 3 outs before Kansas City gets 5 runs. They already got 1. TGP on the strikeout. Matthew Braun will advance to first on the walk. That's all right. Get the next batter if you're Anchorage. You need 3 outs before 5. Well, 2 outs now before 5 runs. And there's the second. Mikey Light with a runner on first. We'll draw a walk. Kenny Kawaguchi on the mound. Anchorage looking to punch their ticket to the World Series, and they do! Anchorage wins the semifinals 11-6 in game number 5. And the Wheelers will advance to the World Series, taking down Kansas City. Series score of 4-1. Congratulations to the Anchorage Wheelers. You are headed to the World Series. Schneider named Series MVP. Taking a look at Schneider. Today is 1 for 5. We'll take a look at his stats overall in a minute here. But 4 RBIs for Justice in a great day for Anchorage at the bat. Kansas City just could not recover from that 9-run second inning. Despite Mikey Light having 2 RBIs and Ethos, Lane, Braun, and Legacy all having 2 hits. Bouchard takes the loss, unable to get out of the second inning. Noah Hartman gets the win in relief, 3 innings. And Justin Justice will be your player of the game. We'll take a look at that playoff coverage. Anchorage Wheelers over the Kansas City Hepcats. Schneider, as we mentioned, the series MVP. As you look at their stats over the series, it is 10 for 22 with a home run and 3 RBI, 455 average. The best average on both sides in the series. Schneider was just unstoppable in this I guess conference finals. This is semifinals. It's semifinals. So congratulations to Anchorage. You have won the series 4-1 over the Kansas City Hepcats and advanced to the World Series. I'm just updating the crawler here. And we have 2 series concluded now with 2 series to go. California versus Brew City and Cancun versus Seattle. Those are the 2 remaining. No games in the majors, so we'll go ahead and advance the day and save. Now we do have some changes to make. Miners, the California Brew City series is on a travel day, so we only have 1 series and 1 game to watch, that being the Cancun Toros versus the Seattle Sea Serpents, but they do have changes that they want to make, so we will go ahead and do those now. Sea Serpents. Changes for game number 6, switching to a 2-man rotation with Booze Gooser and Straight Gas Homie. There we go. With Booze Gooser getting the start. Perry Hodder should be long relief, normal, middle relief. Aaron Beckett should be middle relief, normal, and A. Looks good.
Bro, this Taco Bell run after this stream is going to be immaculate.
Middle relief used more often and high leverage for Athena Arya. Jormungandr Ragnarok should be at none, normal, none. And Danny Sullivan also at none, normal, none. Alright. You want to verify that, C-Dozer? Just make sure that I got everything. Didn't miss anything for you. I'll switch over to the Toros. I see you're typing, though. Toros. Toro. Bullpen stamina. Yeah, we can do that. Troy Pressing, 98% rested. Bruzdar Lemonade, 93. Molly Mitchell, 98. Luke Wright at 84. Beta Bombs at 100%. Everyone looks fairly rested in the bullpen. So, Dirk, let me know if you need any changes there. Serpents have approved. Looks like we're good there. Let's see. Thank you to the Bears and Firehawks for getting your changes in early. I will definitely check that when the next game is due up. Toros want a 2-man rotation with Dirk Diglett starting. So Barry B. Benson is the second. Wait. Okay, so you want Michael Knightrider in the starting rotation, Barry B. Benson in the pen, is what I'm seeing. 2-man rotation, Dirk Diglett starting, Michael Knightrider as number 2. Troy Pressing stopper, 7th close, high leverage. Bruzdar, middle relief, use more often setup. Luke Wright, middle relief, use less often, and none. Molly Mitchell, middle relief, normal usage, none. Beta Bombs, none specified, and then Barry B. Benson, none specified. Just to confirm, Dirk, that you wanted Barry B. Benson in the bullpen with this non-specified usage and Michael Knightrider as the second pitcher, correct? Does everything look good for you? I'll go ahead and save while we're waiting. Thumbs up. Excellent. Toros and Serpents have both signed off. We are ready to get on into game. Changes are going to go a lot quicker as these series are ending. Wait. I thought you wanted... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Booze Gooser and Dirk Diglett are the desired starters. Perfect. All right. Booze Gooser versus Dirk Diglett on the mound for Seattle versus Cancun. This is the first game that we are seeing between these two teams. Cancun leads the series 3-2. We do have a... never mind, prediction is closed. Over under 16.5 total strikeouts is what you're taking a look at. So we shall see what side. Predictions is already done for DHS. Over under 16.5 total strikeouts. Submissions have closed. But yeah, I think we are all set to go. Hummus, do you have a preference on which side you want to take for this one?
What did you get last time? You got home, right? So
Yeah.
I'll get home.
Okay. All right, so that means I'm taking us into game with the Cancun Toros starting lineup against Booze Gooser on the mound for Seattle. Cancun, can they punch their ticket to the World Series to face off against Providence, or will the Seattle Sea Serpents force a Game 7? We are going to find out right now. Cancun Toros will be first at the bat against Booze Gooser as we take you on into game. It's going to be Vladimir Batista, Andy Myth, and Shumi Holkenvettel due up for the Toros. Vlad Batista will draw a walk to start it off. And a failed fielder's choice, that's going to go as an error, is going to allow Myth to get on to first base. Shumi Holkenvettel flies out to Cruz. First and second for Ernie Witt. Deep drive to right field. That was a no-doubter. Some say a double-decker home run. That one was a triple-decker. That one made it all the way to the balcony as Ernie Witt crushes that 449 feet. And the Toros jump out to a 3-0 lead. You can hear the audience, the home crowd for Seattle, not too happy about that one as Booze Gooser lets one slip. Steve Rogers gets on board with a walk and takes off for second, but gets gunned down by the catcher, Kripakosov. Caden Kalian fly out to straightaway center field, and the inning is over, but not before Ernie Witt has done some major damage on the 3-run bomb. We head to the bottom of the first, see if Seattle can answer.
Farting House rips one in the center field. Campbell up the middle. It's back-to-back singles for the Sea Serpents, responding well so far to the Toros' 3-run half of the inning, and juice is based for Kripakosov, and a pop out to the shortstop and a strikeout for Saucedo. So will they do something with these bases loaded? They will. Single up the middle, 1 run scores, and the second run gets gunned out from Vlad Batista. Wow, what a decision to run there. And the Serpents only come away with 1 run after bases loaded with no outs with the top of the second.
It's going to be Wallaby Hickholmes going down on the strikeout against Gooser. And now it's going to be Crozier McCoy, the first baseman, hitting 194 in the postseason. Excuse me, not the offseason. Quick grounder to third, and that's going to be out number 2. Acuna Matata, the DH. Grounder short, over to first, and that's going to be out number 3. Quick inning for Booze Gooser. As we head to the bottom of the second, Seattle has another chance at the bat here.
You got Crocs out, Cacao, and Cruz. Crocs out, grounder, ground out. Cacao with 1 out, nobody on, will strike out. So Cruz not having a great postseason so far. They need him here. And will deliver. What a beautiful base hit right on the left third base foul line. Oh, but this stolen base attempt was not made in good faith. That throw was epic from Ernie Witt. We'll go to the top of the third.
Booze Gooser back on the mound to face down Vlad Batista, who grounds out to the second baseman. Andy Myth will get a base hit. He's headed to second. That'll be a double by Andy Myth. Shumi Holkenvettel, the left fielder, is going to ground that right to the third baseman, but he's going to, just barely get thrown out at first. Ernie Witt goes down on strikes, and that will retire to the side. That was a real close play at first there. I thought Holkenvettel might have beaten it out, but no such luck. We head to the bottom of the third. Seattle back up to bat.
Miss Farting House will ground out Campbell, who's 1 for 1. Make it 2 for 2. This is in the gap. This will be for extra bases, a standing double for Davis Campbell. It's Dylan. Adam Mellett with a ground out, but moves Campbell to third. Kripakosov, this one's deep, and that's going to be for the fans. This is going to be a tie ball game. 384-foot 2-run blast by Krzysztof Kripakosov. And we got a tie game, folks. This is why we play the games. Saucedo will ground out. And they say baseball's the most romantic sport. Evok was a beautiful 2-run shot to tie it up. We'll go to the top of the fourth.
We have Steve Rogers, the third baseman, who is going to serve up a home run of his own, 432 feet.
Wow.
The long ball is present tonight, as we have 3 of them so far, and we're only in the top of the 4th. 4-3 as the Toros jump back out in front. Seattle struck back to tie it up, and Toros said, no, we want to keep this lead, and they do so at the very first opportunity. Caden Kalian goes down on the strikeout, and now it's going to be Wallaby Hickholmes, the shortstop. And check swing, he held up for ball 4. A walk drawn by Hickholmes. Taken off for second, safe with a stolen bag is Wallaby. And now Crozier McCoy with a base hit. Wallaby on his way to third, he's safe. Runners at the corners with 1 away for Acuna Matata. Taking off for second is McCoy, and he gets in there safely. Acuna Matata dribbles that to shortstop, over to first, and that's going to be out number 2. Vlad Batista on the ground in the infield, and that's going to be a ground out to end the inning. Cancun gets a solo shot from Rogers and threatened further, but they only get the 1 run. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Cancun leads 4-3.
Lump will walk, so tying run on first, leading run at the plate. This has been a great game so far, folks. Game 6, Crocs out with a strikeout. Cacao with a fly out to left, and so Cruz is 1 for 1. Make it 1 for 2. Score still leaning on the Toros side. Will go top of the 5th.
It's going to be Andrew Myth, the right fielder, who draws a walk against Booze Gooser. Now it's Shumi Hokenvettel pickoff, and they got him. Andy Myth caught dreaming, and Shumi Hokenvettel will fly out to straightaway center field. Sea Serpents gave up a base runner immediately in this inning, but then quickly turned it around, picking off the runner and getting the next 2 to fly out. 4-3 Toros over the Sea Serpents as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
The Serpents need to win to force a game 7. There's a walk from Farting House. It's going to take some effort from their offense down a run. Farting House takes off. No throw even made. Interesting. Campbell with a ground out. Can they bring Farting House home to tie it up? Mellett will strike out. Krapokrasov, already a hero so far, will ground out to end the inning. And we'll go to the top of the 6th. Cancun up 4-3.
Now it's going to be a quick strikeout from Steve Rogers. Strikeout number 4 from Booze Gooser. Caden Kalian, the second baseman, hitting 156, and the average continuing to fall in the postseason here for Kalian. Wallaby Hickholmes will go down on strikes as well. 3 up, 3 down as Booze Gooser cruises through the top of the 6th. Heading to the bottom of the 6th, Cancun still leads by a run.
Slaseco. This is deep. 3 homers in the postseason. How about a 4th? Probably the biggest one he'll hit in the postseason. Ties up this ball game. What a big home run by Slaseco. O'Sullivan will ground out. Crocs out. Gets under this one. Off a full count. Will fly out for out number 2. Cacao will fly out. But the story of that half inning is Slaseco hitting their 4th homer of the postseason. The biggest one so far for him will go top of the 7th.
Now, last time Seattle tied it up, Cancun immediately answered back. They won't do it here as Crozier McCoy strikes out. But they still can answer back in this inning. Acuna Matata goes down the strikeout, though. Duke Singh entered the game at the top of this inning and immediately has struck out the first 2 batters he's faced. Vlad Batista, the center fielder now, with no outs, is going to pop fly that one to the second baseman. And it's time for the stretch as the game is still tied at 4. Seattle looking to take the lead for the first time today here in the bottom of the 7th.
Here we go. Cruz with a strikeout. Farting House. 2 homers in the postseason so far. Will drop one in the good gap. Hits the outfield wall. A standing double for Anita Farting House. It was a full count and a circle change. We got Troy Pressing checking in for the Toros. who strikes out Campbell. So 2 outs, 1 on for Mellett. That's in the cookie gap. And the Seattle Sea Serpents will take the lead, looking to force a Game 7. What an at-bat and RBI from Mellett. Kripokrisov will fly out, but Mellett, what a clutch at-bat. The Sea Serpents jump out in front 5-4, and we'll go to the top of the 8th.
It's going to be a Duke Singh back on the mound, issuing a walk to Andy Myth to start the top of the 8th. Base hit for Holkenvedel. Now we have first and second with no one out for Ernie Witt. He had a 3-run homer earlier in the game, but this time he will just get on board with an infield single. You take those. Steve Rogers grounds it to short and home for out number 1. They go to first, but no out there. Fielder's choice, no run scored. Caden Kalian goes down the strikeout. Wallaby Hickams, bases loaded, 2 outs, strikes out. Toros really threatened there in the top of the 8th, but were unable to bring any runs across. And now we head to the bottom of the 8th as Seattle looks to extend this 5-4 lead.
Well, couldn't do anything with bases loaded. Sloseko will take first with a walk. Remember, hit that solo shot earlier. O'Sullivan, 4-6-3 double play. Great infield defense there. And a ground out from Crocs out. And the Toros defense stepped up there. Now their offense has one more chance to extend this game and win the series potentially.
Cancun needs to get a run here at least to tie it up. Strikeout by Crozier McCoy. Now it's Acuna Matata. 241 average from the 9-hole this postseason. He will draw a walk on a 3-1 pitch. And now it's Vlad Batista hitting 268. Launches that into left field, but it will be in range to catch for Lump O'Sullivan. Andy Myth, last chance for the Toros here. Seattle Sea Serpents are going to win this one 5-4, tying up the conference finals. There will be a Game 7. Unbelievable game. Seattle Sea Serpents were down 3-0 after the top of the first, and they come back to win it 5-4. And the Sea Serpents have forced a game number 7 in the Champions Conference. Well done to Seattle. Go ahead and update the crawler real quick here as we take a look at the box score. We won't stick around too long on it because we're already over 3 hours on the stream, so we're going to keep on going. Dirk Diglett gets the loss, Duke Singh the win. Athena Aria with the save. Booze Gooser, your player of the game. 6 innings, giving up only 3 earned runs. Quality start for Jabs. But doesn't get the win for his team in the winning effort. Still, though, you take those. You take those starts if your team's able to still get the victory. Well, that's interesting. That Booze Gooser was named player of the game, but Ernie Witt got the number 1 performance of the day. Huh. I guess more weight is added to the winning team? Maybe? I don't know. Minor leagues are on a travel day, so go ahead and advance the day and then save. Save. So now we have Game 7 of the majors, but first we will go to Game 6 of the minors. Will the Brew City Bears follow in Seattle's footsteps and force a Game 7, or will California punch their ticket here? We do have changes from both the Bears and the Firehawks, so I will... Wait, do we? Oh, yeah, okay. Plague's message of end of second best game ever changes threw me off for a second. I didn't see the second part. Toros Sea Serpents, while we're doing these changes and doing the next game, make sure to get your changes in. I see Toros have already done so. Bullpen colors, there you go. There you go, Plague. Slightly tired for Skippy and Kit. Exhausted for Slams and Windu. Billy Hargrove looking at player strat adjusted to +0. Billy Hargrove. Override 0. File save. Back to the pitching. Hargrove is your scheduled starter for today. Let us know if you're good or if there's any changes, any further changes you want to make. Dirk has some Game 6 changes for the Firehawks. It says both lineups. We got lineups. Both lineups swap Wilkins McClobber and Caleb Marco. Okay. We can do that. Caleb Marco now in the 2 hole, and Wilkins McClobber hitting 5th on that. Well, against righties, against lefties, Caleb Marco to clean up, Wilkins McClobber to 6th. And then we're moving Tahini Lord to none specified. I'm guessing normal and none for the secondary role, Dirk. Correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know if that's good. Bears have changes. I'll go ahead and save real quick. Back to the Bears. Pitching, Skippy to setup. 6th or later. Moffitt to middle relief. Use more high leverage. Okay. Dirk gave the okay, so Firehawks are good. Plague, does this look good for you, or any other changes? Prediction is live, by the way. Everyone make sure to get your predictions in. You got 3 minutes to do so. Over under 2.5 total home runs for Game 6 of the Bears versus the Firehawks. All right, thank you very much, Plague. Bears and Firehawks are both set to go, which means we are set to go. California leads the series 3-2. They're looking to punch their ticket to the World Series. Bears were down 3-0 in this series, and they have started to mount a comeback here. 3-2 now. If they somehow manage a reverse sweep, I will be extremely impressed. That is quite an accomplishment to do so. Hummus, anyone that you're keeping an eye on in this one?
I got home last time, so it's your turn. But wait, you like the Bears, so yeah, I'll go Firehawks.
Okay.
But in terms of in this matchup, it's hard to tell, right? I mean, it's been all Bears really, and it's been the whole team. So, a lot of pressure on Camden Jr. To really get this series back and move on to the World Series. They're at home, so you got to think the home crowd's going to help them. The Bears, like I said, all momentum, and their offense needs to ride their hot wave. So, the Bears have officially made it out of hibernation, and the Firehawks need to really come down on their prey here and move on.
Alrighty. Well, I think we are about ready to get on into game. I'll be taking the away team. You'll be taking the home team, correct?
Let's do it.
All right. We're starting off with the Bruce City Bears against John Camden Jr., the starting pitcher for the California Firehawks. Kyle Stogoski will lead us off with a base hit. Right fielder for Bruce City is already on board. Cody Cochin will ground into a fielder's choice. Quick 4-6. Looks like maybe the slide broke up the double play there. Garris Vakarian with a base hit. Now we have first and second for Whiskey Fuse. That'll be a base hit right through the legs of the third baseman. That's going to be a single and an RBI as Bruce City strikes first in this one to take a 1-0 lead. Travis Granholm, the first baseman, first and second with one away, is going to get that one all the way to the wall. That will be a double for Granholm and an RBI. Bears increase the lead to 2-0. And now it's David Ortiz the third, the DH, who will draw a walk. Barclay scorched with the bases loaded. Only one out so far. And that will be a walk to walk in a run. Unfortunate for John Camden Jr., as that will bring up Jennifer Lambchop as the Bears take a 3-0 lead now. Grounded to shortstop over to second for one. Fielder's choice that will score a run as well. Bears up now 4-0, and it's Robbie Jackinson, the shortstop. And pop fly onto the mound, shortstop. Curly Slumps running in saying, I got this one, and takes care of it. Bears, though, put up 4 runs in the top of the fourth, already striking first for big numbers.
They were down 3-0 in this series. They're now down 3-2, and they're up 4-0 in this game. It's a ground out from Lutz. Slumps with a walk. Fry will line out to right. So Marco, with 1 on, 2 out, will ground out. And the Firehawks are helping delay my Taco Bell run. We'll go to the top of the second inning.
It's going to be Kyle Staguski with a quick ground out to first base. Cody Cochin now goes down a strikeout. Garris Vicarian, the catcher, hitting .362 in the postseason. Step into the box with 2 outs and the base path is empty against John Camden Jr. Base hit as the .362 average will rise. Now it's Whiskey Fuse with a .190 average on the postseason, and that average will fall, unfortunately, as he flies out to right field. Bears get a base runner, but they don't bring him around to score. 4-0 Bruce City as we head to the bottom of the second.
French fry with a strikeout. The reason why I'd rather go on the run for the food instead of getting delivered is because I just got my car tuned up. One of my free 2 years of tune-ups. So trying to take advantage. Oh, got the slapper, but got the ground out with it. Another ground out. Firehawks offense sleepwalking through these past few games. We'll go to the top of the third.
John Camden Jr. back on the mound to face off against Granholm, Ortiz III, and Scorch. Granholm will fly out to left. Ortiz III with a ground out to third, and now it's Barclay Scorch. Grounder shortstop over to first. A clean 1-2-3 inning for John Camden Jr. and the Firehawks defense. Bears still lead 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the third.
Firehawks offense needs to do something. Burrow the third will ground out Apollo.
Oh.
And this is deep, and that looks like something. A solo shot is definitely something. 387 feet of pure power from Apollo's opposite field. Oppo Taco on a Thursday. Usually burritos on Thursdays for me. We'll go with Lutz now. And a base hit. So we have life for the Firehawks offense. Slumps. Oh, and Lutz is on the move. He's going to be safe. Slumps. Drops one in left. And the stolen base worked out. It's 4-2. Fry will approach the batter's box. Oh, and they picked him off at first?
No, it lined right to the second baseman.
Oh, okay. That was a ground out. And a nice base hit from Marco. Moves the runner to third. Fry will walk, so Juice is based. Can McClobber get out of this cold slump? And they will not. They get the out at second, but the Firehawks score 2. Right back in this game. We'll go to the top of the fourth.
They said the Firehawks needed to do something, and did do something. They did. 2 runs on the board for the Firehawks. Quick ground out to shortstop for Jennifer Lambchop. Robbie Jackinson will get on board with a single, and now it's going to be Kyle Staguski in the leadoff spot. He'll go down on strikes. John Camden Jr.'s second strikeout on the game. Cody Cochin, grounder to second, and trying to beat out the runner. He did! Really? That was a whack animation because it looked like the runner beat him by a mile. Wow. Okay. Top of the bottom of the fourth. Excuse me.
Ground out for Leahy. Burrow the third. Now 1 for 2 in this game. Tying run approaches home plate. It's Apollo. And the 4-6-3 double play. The Bears defense stepped up there to get out of the inning and go top of the fifth.
Garris Vicarian, the catcher, is going to line that one down the right field line. That will be a base hit for Vicarian. He will be safe at second with a double. Whiskey Fuse, the second baseman, will ground out to Fry. And now Granholm will get a base hit. That's going to score Vicarian. Bears starting to mount that 4-run lead back up. They're now at 3-run lead. David Ortiz III is going to launch that into right center. It's gone!
Wow.
Forget about the 4-run lead. Let's make it a 5-run lead, says Bruce City. 7-2 Bears on one swing of the bat by David Ortiz III.
You gotta think Camden Jr. gets pulled after that one,
And
he did.
does, yeah. Carl Wilson enters the game for Barclay Scorch will immediately ground out Jennifer Lambchop. Grounder to short, over to first. That's out number 3. Bears do extend their lead here off the 2-run bomb by David Ortiz III and the RBI base hit by Granholm. 7-2 Bears as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Firehawks with 2 runs in this game need 5 more to tie it up. That's how math works. That's a walk for Lutz. Slumps 4-6-3 double play. Back-to-back half innings with double plays for the Bears infield. And this is going to be a fly out. And the Firehawks find themselves down again. We'll go to the top of the 6th.
It's going to be Jackinson who goes down on strikes. Kyle Stogoski, the right fielder, against Carl Wilson. Grounder to the second baseman, over to first. That's out number 2. Cody Cochin will ground out to the shortstop, and that will do it. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Carl Wilson as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Here we go. Marco, Fry, McClobber. And that's a walk for Marco. So Fry, another walk. This is a 100-mile-an-hour fastball inside. Great eye from Fry. That rhymes. McClobber didn't get enough behind this one. That'll be out number 1. Leahy with 2 on. Oh, it's a base hit. It got past the second baseman. And the California Firehawks scored their 3rd run of the game. Leahy with a clutch RBI. And the tying run is on deck for Burrow the third. They do have a pitching change. Jensen, this is deep.
Wow!
Are you kidding me? Burrow the third, first homer of the series for Burrow the third, cannot have come in a bigger spot. And the Firehawks, who were down 5 to start the half inning, are only down a run with only 1 out recorded. Apollo will ground out. Lutz, what a game! My God. Will ground out. So the Firehawks offense is now woken up completely. Let's see what they do on defense. The Bears will bat in the top of the 7th.
I don't care if anyone says otherwise. This has been the best series tonight by far. Like, not even close. Garris Vakarian goes down on strikes. Whiskey Fuse, the second baseman.
I like how we both said not even close at the same time.
Right field. Yeah. Caleb Marco will put the glove on that for out number 2, and Travis Granholm goes down strikes. We head to the stretch. Bottom of the 7th. California within 1 run. They're within striking distance. Can they tie it up or take the lead here? We'll see.
Danny B said it feels like this series was built for 7. No bias, obviously. Slumps with a fly ball, a fly out. Big Titty Smitty with the important question. Did you upgrade that Chaos mod? The leading run at the plate. Fry takes off. Safe. And did the Firehawks think they would be in this position? You got to think that they were down on themselves. But here we go. A pitching change again. Danny Young. Fry on a stolen base. Safe. Marco moves to second. And a base hit. They tie it up. Are you kidding me, California? Down 4 at one point. They scored 2. Then they were down 5. Now they're tied. Strike them out. But the stolen base is successful. So both runners in scoring position for Leahy, who grounds out. And it's dead even.
My heart can't take
7-7 after 7.
My heart can't take this. It can't take this game
I'm not
anymore.
investing. My heart's racing.
David Ortiz III, the DH, is going to draw a walk on a full count against Carl Wilson. Barclay scores the third baseman. Liner to center field. It's caught by Lutz. Jennifer Lambchop, the left fielder, with a runner on first. Base hit for Lambchop. First and second now with 1 away for Robbie Jackinson. He will draw a walk. We have bases loaded for Kyle Stogoski. 283 on the postseason. He goes down on strikes. Cody Cochin, 341 here against Carl Wilson. He's going to walk. Bears take the lead again as the Firehawks walk in a run. Garris Vakarian now the catcher, 380 on the postseason. One of the 2 best batters on the Bears so far this postseason, but he will fly out to end the inning, but not before the Bears do take the lead on a walk. If we head to the bottom of the 8th, will California tie it back up again? Let's see.
Burrow the third with a big at-bat last time up, has another one to walk. So here we go. Leading run at the plate, Apollo. 2 homers in the postseason. That's a big single. Runner parks at second. Lutz, who's unbelievable so far. Moffitt checks in. Oh, and an error. So they juice the bases up for Slumps, who brings home the tying run with an RBI, and they continue to juice the bases up for Fry, who has a homer and 3 RBI in the series, will strike out. So we'll bring up Marco with 1 out. Juice is based. And this could be deep enough for a sac fly. It will be for sure. That was the deepest part of the park. And it's a 9-8 Firehawks. They roared all the way back and accomplished an absolute feat of taking the lead. And wow, scoring 2 runs in this half inning, that will end the 8th. But they're just need to get out of this top of the 9th, and they'll advance to the World Series.
Bears back against the wall now. Suddenly, Whiskey Fuse with a ground out to short. Quick ground out to second from Granholm. Matthew West looking to close it out and punch the California ticket to the World Series. He won't do it on this batter as David Ortiz III gets on board with a single. Barclay scores the third baseman. He goes down, strikes. California advances. Firehawks win the semifinals and advance to the World Series in game number 6. Just barely beating out Bruce City here, 9-8. What a close game and what a series. It didn't matter that it didn't go to 7. It was still the best series of the night for sure. This, and not even like, BTS was talking about Chaos Mod in the chat. Like, this is not Chaos Mod. This is just good baseball. Like, exchanging leads, tight games. This was really, really close. And what a series between these two teams battling it out. California earned their way into this World Series, and Bruce City fought really hard to stay in it. But unfortunately, this wasn't their year. Lord Burrow III will be the player of the game as Matthew West gets the win in relief. Danny Young gets the loss and the blown save for Bruce City, while Moffitt also gets a blown save. Where was Burrow III? Right here. 2 for 3 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs. What a series. Let's take a look at the playoff coverage to see who got the MVP. It's going to be James Lutz of the California Firehawks, going 16 for 30, a 533 average and a 563 OBP, 833 slugging, 6 RBIs, 2 home runs. What a series for James Lutz. Congratulations to the center fielder of the California Firehawks. Wow. All right. That will do it for the Minors semifinals. It will be the California Firehawks against the Anchorage Wheelers in the Minors World Series on Saturday. I'm just going to check the schedule. Oh, wait, well, it won't show, but we got to go to the majors anyway, so. All right, so that will do it for the Minors. We got 1 game left to play. That is it. Game number 7 between the Cancun Toros and the Seattle Sea Serpents. This is going to be exciting. I'm just updating the crawler real quick here. But here we go. Series is tied. Oh, wait, hold on. We got to do changes. Yep, changes. I realized that.
Changes. Perfect. That gives me time to do an at everyone. I asked head office. I got 1 response.
Toros did not give any changes. But the Sea Serpents did. For the second time tonight, almost said Seahawks. Alright, changes for games. 1-man rotation, straight gas homie is the chosen one. Athena Arya, middle relief, normal, high leverage. Jormungandr Ragnarok at stopper. Normal. Wait, there's no normal for stopper. C does it. There's no normal for stopper. I'll come back to Yorm. Aaron Beckett, middle relief, use more often. And nothing for secondary. Duke Singh, middle relief, used less often. And NA. Booze User, non-normal NA. 7th plus for Jormungandr Ragnarok. Any secondary? You said high leverage. Is that still what you want to do there? I'm assuming so. So I put high leverage here. And then you didn't specify for Danny, so I'm assuming he sticks with non-specified normal and NA. Does this look good for you? See, does it? I'll go ahead and save the game. All good. Excellent. Thank you for confirming. Toros have not submitted any changes. Dirk, Steele, Bauer, anything? What do you guys want? You want any changes? You want to let it ride?
Viewership steadily rising.
The power of the @everyone. Welcome to everyone who is just joining. We got one final game for you tonight. The Miners World Series stage is set. Anchorage versus California. Providence awaits in the Majors World Series after beating New York 4-1. They await the winner of this game, Cancun versus Seattle. Okay, we do have changes for Cancun. They want a one-man rotation with Michael Knight Rider starting. Troy Pressing at stopper, 8th and close. High leverage. Bruzdar at mid relief, used more often setup. Luke Wright at mid relief, used less often.
Thank you for the sub, Laser Darts. Is that our Laser 13-month streak?
Let's go. Thank you, Laser
the
Darts.
Name change?
Bruzdar eliminated.
Yeah, Kobe from the Fro. We don't sleep. This is actually a 24-hour stream.
No, it's not. No, it is not.
No, I'm a liar.
High leverage.
I'm a fraud.
Mitchell. Barry B is
I'm a fraud. Wow, we got more viewers than Spore. Okay, y'all. Thank you for the sub, Frosty Steel.
Mid relief, normal usage none for Barry B. Benson, and beta bombs none specified.
Fall Guys after question mark? I mean, it's free on all consoles now. I just need to download it. I've been lazy.
Dirk, you want to take a look at this and just confirm that I got everything? My goodness.
I wonder if we should do something if we crack 100. Oh, I went back down to 78.
Scud, how am I feeling? I'm feeling all right. I'm doing all right. I know Hummus is getting kind of hungry. He wants his Taco Bell.
No, I won't get hangry with you all. I actually love you all very much.
We're close to a hype train. I think I might want to push that over the edge here. Hold on.
Oh, hey.
Let's do that real quick.
Wait, the host's rigging the hype train? What?
You gotta get
with
the hype train going.
In the booth? Oh, look who you gave it to.
Let's
Jabs,
go.
Leatherneck Mike, Big Cat. Wow, that's
right.
Taco Cat.
Got the Vandals updater in there, yeah. All right, cool.
I knew that was our laser. What's up, brother? I know you used to be Laser Comet. All right, so
Dirk,
85 viewers, pretty good jump. About 20. The add everyone metrics show us you add everyone, you add 20 viewers. Hype Train level 3 in the hizzy. Every time I mention the viewer count, we drop significantly. I should shut up.
Well, right now we're just looking at the Toros pitching is the problem. We gotta actually get it. Wait, why does it say TBD? Michael Knight Rider and Straight Gas Homie. Okay. I don't know why it said TBD. That was weird. I've never seen that. But I guess it freaked out about the one-man rotation, maybe? I don't know. That's weird. Okay. Prediction has closed. Who is going to win? 52% of the votes go for the Sea Serpents. 48% go for the Toros. We are ready to get on into it. Game number 7. Hummus, which side do you want to take for this?
I got home last time, so you get home now?
Okay, sure. I will take home. All right, so
Yeah.
that means you are bringing us into game with the Cancun Toros starting lineup against Straight Gas Homie. You ready to get on into it? Game number 7?
Yep. And if you're just joining us, yes, we are still streaming. And yes, we did have more viewers than Spore for like 10 seconds.
Let's go.
Who's also streaming out of the park.
Here we go. Hummus, take it away. Game number 7. Winner advances to face Providence in the World Series.
Thank you for the cheers, Moose Cop. Here we go. Batista with a walk. So 1 on, nobody out for Andrew Myth. Mythrander is the user. Batista on the move. Safe. First steal of the game was successful. Myth. Here we go. Game 7. 2 runners on, nobody out for the guy who's doing it himself all series. And wow. Was that a 2-6-3 double play and then a strikeout? What an absolute beautiful defensive play from the Sea Serpents will go to the bottom of the first.
Game 7 can get crazy. We're starting off Seattle's top of the order, Anita Fartinghouse versus Michael Knight Rider. Anita will get on board with a single. Now it's Davis Campbell, the shortstop. Fly ball to straightaway center, and it's caught by Batista. Adam Malott, the second baseman. Runner taking off for second, safe. No throw. Fartinghouse advances to second. Adam Malott will go down on strikes, and now it's Krzysztof Krapokrasov, the catcher, hitting .289 in the postseason. Fly ball to left field, that's going to retire the side. No score through the first inning. We head to the top of the second. Cancun getting their next look at it.
Rogers, Cayley, and Hickams both hitting below 200 in this series, or in this postseason, excuse me. There's a pop out from Rogers. Kalian.
Oh?
This is deep. 2 homers on the postseason for Kalian. You got to think this one was a big one. They jump out to a 1-0 lead, 382-foot blast for Caden Kalian. And the Toros are winning 1-0. Hickams will ground out. What a play from Campbell to dive for it, get up and make the throw. McCoy will ground out, and that will end the second. Top of the second, excuse me. We'll check out the bottom of the second with AJ.
It's going to be Slaseco, O'Sullivan, and Crocs out due up. Slaseco will get on board with a single off of Michael Knight Rider. Runner on first with no outs for Lump O'Sullivan. Grounder to first. Covering the first base is Knight Rider, but he beats it out. Lump O'Sullivan with an infield single. Crocs out with a fly out. Now we have runners on first and second with a 1 out for Ryan Cacao, the DH. Grounder to first. Over to second for 1. Back over to first, and that is a double play 3-6-1, I guess, for the double play to clear the bases in the bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third. 1-0 Cancun.
Matata. Shallow fly and left, caught for out number 1. Batista with a walk. So Myth will strike out looking. Now Shumi Holkenvettel. And a stolen base attempt from Batista. Safe. Holkenvettel gets under this one and will fly out. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. Still a 1-run game. Very close.
It's going to be Santana Cruz in the top of the order. Cruz is going to draw a walk. Sinker missed low. First walk issued this game by Knight Rider. Anita Fartinghouse grounder to short. And he's going to beat it out. Fartinghouse gets on board with an infield single. Campbell, throw to second is good. Fielder's choice for Campbell. First and third for Malott. That ball was not deep enough to send the runner home. Fly out to center, followed by a walk by Krapokrasov. Slaseco, bases loaded, 2 outs. That's a walk. Seattle has tied it up on the walk. Good eye by Slaseco. Now it's Lump O'Sullivan, the left fielder. 2 outs, bases loaded. O'Sullivan, base hit. Seattle's going to extend the lead. They are going to extend it to a 3-1 lead off the 2 RBI single by Lump O'Sullivan, the left fielder. Crocs out, grounds that to second base, over to first, and that will end the inning. But Seattle has struck for 3 runs on 2 hits. Sea Serpents take the lead as we head to the top of the fourth.
Ernie Witt, and that helps. That's a base hit that dropped on the third base foul line. What a hit for Witt. Rogers. This is pretty deep, opposite field, but caught for out number 1. Kalian, remember, hit that big home run. Slaps one. Third baseman can't even make the throw. What speed by Kalian. Hickams. Strike out. Can McCoy do something with these base runners with 2 outs? And he will also strike out. Straight gas homie getting out of that little jam. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Seattle still leads 3-1.
It's going to be Ryan Cacao, the DH, due up. Base hit for Ryan Cacao. He'll be on board with a single. Santana Cruz will follow suit with a single of their own. Cacao heading for third. That felt like a base running error. Myth does advance to Cruz does advance to third. Fartinghouse grounds out, and Campbell does the same though, and that will end the inning. Feels like a misstep on the side of Seattle, but they do still hold the lead 3-1 as we head to the top of the 5th.
Matata, good contact, but not deep enough. That's out number 1. Batista has a good bat, had a good season, ground out. Myth will walk, so Shumi, the MVP of the Toros in this postseason, will deliver with a base hit. So leading run approaches home plate. It's Ernie Witt. And a grounder and a ground out. So they do nothing with those 2 base runners, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th.
And it's going to be Malat, Kripakosov, and Sloseko due up. Malat with a base hit. Kripakosov. Runner on first, no one out. Launches that into left center. It's gone! 404 feet. 2-run homer by Krzysztof Kripakosov. And suddenly this game is broken wide open. It was a 2-run lead. Now it's a 4-run lead. Seattle over Cancun 5-1. Jose Sloseko as Brusdar Lemonade enters the game. We'll get Sloseko to strike out. Lump O'Sullivan will go down on the strikeout as well. Rock out with your Crocs out now with the base paths empty and 2 away. It's going to get a base hit. This inning is not quite over yet. Seattle's not done. Ryan Cacao, the DH, will strike out, and now Seattle's done as they head back to the bench after a 2-run homer. Puts them up 5-1. We head to the top of the 6th. Cancun needs to start
Cancun finds himself down 4. They were up 3-2 in the series at one point. There's a strikeout from Rogers. Kalian with 1 out, nobody on. With a walk. So can Hickams get something going for this offense? And a stolen base is safe. Hickams will strike out looking. Not having a good postseason offensively. Crozier McCoy. This is deep. Opposite field. And it is gone. 396 feet. And the Toros are now within 2 runs. McCoy with a big home run to help his team get back in this game with 2 outs. Matata with a pop out. But McCoy with a big at-bat. Very clutch, doing everything he can to help his team. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th.
Bottom of the 6th, bottom of the order will start us off. Santana Cruz, the center fielder. And he'll draw a walk on a 3-1 pitch. He's taken out for second, and he's gunned down. Catcher Ernie Witt will record a caught stealing here. And Anita Fartinghouse will go down on strikes. Davis Campbell, the shortstop, with 2 outs and the base paths empty, will get a base hit up the middle. Single for Campbell, and now it's going to be Adam Malat, the second baseman. Off for second is Campbell. Safe. Stolen bag for the shortstop, but Adam Malat goes down strikes, so it is in vain. We head to the top of the 7th now. Cancun looking to tie this one up. 5-3 Seattle.
The bottom of the order did some damage last time up. Let's see what the top of the order does. That's a strikeout for Vlad Batista. Myth. Andrew Myth with 5 RBI, 2 homers in this postseason will strike out Ragnarok. Having a good couple at-bats so far. Hulkenvettel, absolute beast in this postseason, will walk. So tying run is represented by Ernie Witt. Hulkenvettel on the move is safe. So can Witt do something? No, will strike out Ragnarok. Great half inning of work for Ragnarok. Will go to the bottom of the 7th.
It's going to be Kripakosov, Sloseko, and O'Sullivan due up here. Kripakosov flies out to right field. Sloseko is going to ground out to second base, and now it's Lump O'Sullivan. New pitcher is Molly Mitchell entering the game here. Grounder to first, covering the bag is Molly Mitchell, and that will be a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Cancun defense. They want to get back in the box swinging to try and make something out of this deficit they find themselves in.
Steve Rogers strikes out looking. 0 for 4 in this game. Kalian had that big solo shot earlier. See what else he can do. Ooh, got hit upstairs. Had a duck. Still got hit. Here we go. Tying run. Wallaby Hickams. No homers in the postseason. Hits the left field wall. What a rip. And the runs are both going to park at second and third for Crozier McCoy, who strikes out. Acuna Matata, 6 RBI in the postseason, will simply just ground out to short, and they had 2 runners in scoring position with nothing with them. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
Unable to capitalize there in the top of the 8th. Unfortunate for the Cancun Toros fans. Croxout was going to strike out here in the bottom of the 8th against Molly Mitchell. Now it's Ryan Cacao, the DH. Cancun will get one last shot at it, but Seattle can extend their lead here. Fly out by Cacao, now it's Santana Cruz. And a diving catch by the left fielder Holken Vettel will send Seattle back to the bench, 3 up, 3 down. Seattle still
and here we go.
5-3.
Season on the line for Cancun. Game 7, top of the 9th. Batista drops one in center field for a single. So Andrew Myth represents the tying run. Grounds to third. They get the 1 out at first. So runner on second for Shumi. Lines out to left. Here we go. Last out for Ernie Witt.
That's it.
And that will do it. The Sea Serpents move on to the World Series. Athena Aria shuts the door on the Toros season. And the Sea Serpents find themselves back in the World Series. Will face the Crabs on Saturday evening. Legally Blind Gamer will be your host. Sarah will be your co-host. But what a series. This one went the distance. And this game was exciting here at the end with a tying run at the plate for the Toros. But Krapokosov and O'Sullivan really held it down for the Serpents offense. And McCoy with that big homer needed some help from his teammates. Homie with the win, Knight Rider with the loss. And Kalian, wow, of the Toros, man, is your player of the game. Kalian went 2 for 2, 2 runs scored and an RBI. You can't get much better than that. Oh, and a walk too, by the way.
So we'll take a look.
Absolute gutsy performance from Kalian and McCoy, but not much else help around that offense. Serpents move on. Krapokosov is your series MVP. Hitting 308. Yeah, 4 homers in the post. Wow.
4
homers in this series.
And 8 RBIs.
My God.
That's slugging 846. No one was anywhere close to that.
Yeah, I got to update the tracker.
So congratulations to Krzysztof Krapokosov for the series MVP, and congrats to the Seattle Sea Serpents for advancing to the World Series. That is going to do it. We have our World Series teams set up. Seattle versus Providence in the majors, and California versus Anchorage in the minors. Those 2 World Series will both be streamed on Saturday. The Minors World Series earlier in the day in the afternoon, the Majors World Series in the evening. So be sure to tune in for both of those. Right now we just have the upload to get to. And that will do it for us. So thank you once again to everyone for sticking around to this point, or for joining us at the last minute if you got pinged by hummus with the everyone with the @everyone in Maine.
Yeah.
But much of
and I'm not, and I apologize to absolutely nobody for that. I think it was a fun game. It turned out to be pretty cool. Serpents had a big lead. Looked like it could have gotten away from them there at the end. Toros offense just had base runners all day. We'd love to see the LOB total for that one. Didn't really look at it there in the box score. Left a lot of base runners stranded. Serpents just capitalized with some more timely hitting. And yeah, now they'll be in the World Series. The Crabs, wow, what a performance from them. It was so long ago. Earlier tonight, they took down a really good Voyagers team to move on. So, they haven't won since season 17 or season 19, excuse me. I remember that because my Vandals were really good that year. But the Crabs, that was their first championship, looking for their second. And the Sea Serpents are looking for their first. So,
yes,
no matter what, somebody's going to either get their second or somebody's going to get their first. So, two franchises with not a lot of hardware looking to add to their trophy case.
Absolutely. Seattle visited the World Series 2 seasons ago in season 30, but lost to the San Antonio Sloths, and then missed out on the World Series last season. Death Valley was the Champions Conference representative there and the winner of the World Series. So Seattle looking to continue the Champions Conference victory in this season. So we'll see which team comes out on top. It's gonna be a good World Series. I got a feeling.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you for streaming. This is a long one. We know we dealt with apparently Poe. Oh, you're promoting your pod. Nice. I got to do mine, but I got to get an open minute. But yeah. Poe apparently, I don't want to go into detail, but yeah, we had a file issue. Obviously resolved it. Just took a bit of effort from the team to figure out how we're going to approach it. We found a solution. And love the Sim server. No one panicked. Everyone was super chill. I tried to call Poe on his Instagram. That was fun. Yeah. It wouldn't be a PBE playoff stream unless there was some kind of chaos. And, we saw some chaos in that Bears Firehawks series. And before the stream, obviously in the Sim server. You're manually doing that bouncing, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. What bouncing?
Yeah. No, what a night. Serpents get another crack at a World Series ring. They were here a couple seasons ago, and the Crabs get a chance to get their second. They got to be fired up. That rivalry is real between the Voyagers and the Crabs. A lot of talk between the two teams. I kind of like that. Not gonna lie. When teams kind of spout at each other. You could judge me if you want on that, but I love it when two teams, respectfully dislike each other.
I was torn on that Voyagers Crabs series. I didn't know who to root for because, I was still salty about the Voyagers knocking out the Vandals, but at the same time, I kind of wanted the Voyagers to go all the way so that we could say we got beat by the best at the very least, because the past two times that the Vandals had gone to the playoffs, we did get beat by the best. The team that knocked us out wound up winning the whole thing.
I remember when you took the Aviators to a fifth game.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting to see the reactions. That was a crazy series. People forget that, y'all had the champs on the brink. This time, Voyagers got knocked out. Crabs' offense really was the difference, in my opinion. Firing on all cylinders, putting up big numbers. Krustis had a big series, obviously the MVP. It's their time. Sori and Leifer really worked hard to build this team up, making moves left and right to get in this position. So you kind of love to see their hard work getting rewarded here. And the Serpents, building up from the ground up, really meticulously building out that roster. If Bentley would have extended his career, he would have been a Sea Serpent for probably just one season, right before their competitive window really opened.
That would have been interesting to see.
Yeah. Now, they were really the only team that were really courting me, old man Bentley, and yeah, proud of them, man. Really proud of what they've been able to accomplish from the beginning, really, till now. As an expansion franchise. So, can't say enough good things about both these teams, really. And then the minors, the buy is really becoming a gold mine. Love to see the numbers, but if you get a buy with the new 10-team setup, you typically move into the World Series. So both teams with a buy, were able to advance. And it will be interesting to see. Firehawks have been kind of the minor league juggernaut lately. So interesting to see if the Wheelers can win their first ring, and it's been a while for them.
Yeah, I need to hold on. Let me check if the let me check when the last time the Wheelers and the Firehawks won here. Firehawks was recently, I know that. Yeah, Firehawks have actually won the last two, so they've been hot, hot like fire. Yeah. Wheelers haven't won, according to this, if I'm not mistaken, since season 7. Is that right?
In the 7th season of the minors.
Oh,
so
okay. So 32, 31.
Because remember, the minors didn't exist in season 1.
24, 23, 22, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
Someone from the Wheeler
11,
faithful
season
will remember.
11. Season 11. I counted backwards.
Nice.
So they have not. So it's been 21 seasons since the Wheelers won a World Series.
Wow.
Wow, that's a long time to be waiting.
Yeah. This GM group, headed up by Swerve, has been, grinding it out. Babs kind of came in there and brought in Swerve, and Swerve took over. It's been fun to watch them for sure. And obviously, Dirk and Sloth, have been the best duo in the minors, obviously, the last couple of years. And they have a chance to go on for a three-peat, which has never been done in PBE history in any league, to my knowledge. Well, excuse me, obviously the Vandals. But since the Vandals, the Swifties won a bunch in a row.
Swifties won 3 in a row in seasons, let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 through 7. Seasons 5 through 7, the Swifties won 3 in a row.
Okay. So this would be the first three-peat since the Swifties did it, back when there were like 4 teams.
Well, Death Valley had 4 in a row in like the mid-seasons. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sloths three-peated from seasons 9 through seasons 11. And then Scorpions won 4 in a row from seasons 13 through seasons 16. So aside from the Vandals winning 5, so the Vandals won 5 straight, Death Valley won 4 straight, and then we have had 2 teams, the Sloths and the Swifties, that have won 3 straight.
So the Firehawks will join pretty elite company, obviously, if they can finish the job.
Mm-hmm. I'm really looking forward to that Miners World Series now, because either the Firehawks three-peat and do what only one other Miners team has done, and three-peat, or the Anchorage Wheelers win their first World Series in 21 seasons. Well, I guess 22. But, yeah, that would be... Either way would be very impressive. So, this is a really good matchup for the Miners World Series. Vandals GOAT franchise. I don't know. I mean, the Vandals were definitely the GOATs back in the day.
Definitely.
But I think currently they've probably been overtaken. I think our
Yeah.
rebuild lasted way too long for us to be in consideration currently. But if the team that we have keeps updating and finds some success in the playoffs, I think we could put our names back into consideration maybe. But I think right now Death Valley and San Antonio are probably the top two, and New York is up there as well.
Mhm.
I think those are probably the three names to beat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, couldn't have said it any better. Those are probably the three best franchise in the league right now, and the foreseeable future.
Yeah. I mean,
So these two teams looking to make a new name for themselves. Uh, one trying to get their first, one trying to get their second. Who knows what the next 3-4 seasons can look like? These two teams could be right back here next season. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
yeah.
So this could be the beginning of a rivalry between these two teams,
Yeah.
which is another storyline that we need to watch for. Will this birth something great for the league going forward? We shall see.
All right, we are just about finished with the upload here. Just doing the final step. But once again, to everyone that is still sticking around, thank you for doing so. We much appreciate having you all here. And thank you to you, Hummus, as well, for co-hosting tonight. It
Of
was
course,
excellent
anytime.
having you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. I do want to issue a special thank you to Enoch as well for helping this stream get going off the ground as quickly as he did. Enoch putting in a lot of work as always for this league. Definitely helping this. Definitely helping this stream, especially tonight. After we had some technical issues. Index is updated, so everyone go look at the index. Everyone go enjoy whatever you have left of your Thursday and the rest of your week. Poe, don't apologize. That's not your fault. Not your fault at all. You don't need to apologize. That is something
Yeah.
something with the file. Don't worry about it. Seriously. But thank you everyone for watching and for sticking around. Much appreciated. Yeah, queso ice cream. I need an explanation, Brain. You never gave me one. DM me. I need an explanation. But tune in on Saturday. 2 World Series streams. They're both going to be amazing. We got some great games for you then. But until then, I will see you all. I probably will next be streaming. I don't know, maybe the Majors draft. I gotta actually claim that. But I'll probably be streaming that next. But Hummus, I don't know. Are you on one of the World Series streams this Saturday?
I am not. No, I may pop in and say hi, but no. And I'm going to. I think we should raid Explorer. 31 of us still here late night. Say what's up.
Yeah.
He's always showing us love. So let's do it. Thank you, AJ, for streaming. Poe, you didn't pick up my Instagram call. That's the only thing you should be apologizing for. And yeah, it's been fun. What a night.
All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your Thursday. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.